Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of the Bonehead Sports Podcast with me, myself, Joaquin, and my co-host,
and me, Zach
with a special guest today, our friend and close compadre, and I can't think of another title for you, Sean.
This is Sean. Oh, I swear to God, Zach.
So this episode is going to be our NBA podcast. We talk about just, random shit in the world of the NBA. And Sean is a fellow NBA fan, so I thought having a third person, well, me and Zach both thought that having a third person on the show would just give a broader range of opinions and thoughts about things going on in the world of basketball. Correct? You think that'd be correct, Sean and or Zach?
Yeah, sounds good to me.
I always like more
people equals more numbers.
people to just debate with.
I just want to do a quick question. I guess if you have a favorite team and or player, we can name it out. I'll go with mine first. I'm obviously a Warriors fan because I'm from San Francisco, so I feel like that's pretty appropriate. And favorite player all time, I have to go with
Curry.
Not T-Mac, actually. T-Mac and or Kobe be my favorites of all time. Kobe's who got me into basketball. R.I.P. to Mamba.
Fair.
But what about you, Zach?
Too young.
Very good.
I don't have a favorite team. I just enjoy the sport of basketball. But if I had to pick a favorite player, like all time or current,
Any?
I don't
You
know.
can get both if you can.
I like all time. I like Shaq, just because of how dominant he was in that span of time when he was in his prime, and just watching him dunk on some people and rock their shit was like the best ever.
Yeah, 100%.
But if I had to do like a currently, it would probably be Darius Garland on the Cavs.
That's a good
He's
choice.
young.
That is a good choice. I did
didn't
not expect that either. Oh, shit.
I don't know. He's young. He's got a lot of potential. He seems really cool.
Yeah.
And I like what the Cavs are doing. And
Yeah, they're rebuilding faster than I thought they would.
they're ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
But anyway, Sean's turn.
So my all-time, and this is not for like any particular skill or anything, just because I always liked him, and he also had some of the craziest dunks I personally watched. Vince Carter will always be my all-time favorite.
That's a good one.
Those Raptors jerseys.
Definitely, them Raptors jerseys are.
Why did they ever get rid of those Raptors?
I don't know.
The jerseys
They
in the
are so
90s were
good.
just better, honestly.
Yeah. But my current. I've been following him since Seattle Supersonics, so I don't want to fucking hear it. Kevin Durant.
That's fair. No, that's a good answer, bro. Personally.
Yeah.
But I really loved him and Russ back in the day, but that did not end on the greatest of terms.
I miss that duo. I miss them.
I do miss it.
I don't. That duo gave me a lot of headaches for a long time.
But since we both did current, why don't you give us your current, Joaquin?
Damn. I don't know if I have one, because obviously like Steph and Clay, because they're our
Splash
two
Bros.
superstars. Splash Bros. Jordan
We know
Poole's in there. Jordan Poole's a bucket. Gary Payton Jr. or the second, whatever he goes by. All Warrior players, obviously. KD's up there. Obviously pick LeBron because he's, LeBron.
I was about to say if we picked more than one, I definitely would have added someone like Kawhi personally. He's a very chill guy.
Chris Paul. I put Chris Paul up there
Kawhi's
because just as a
Paul's
pure
nice.
point guard god,
He's
This man's
he's a
just
very
gonna
good
list out all
current
top 10
foundation.
I can't pick one. Like Jason Tatum. There's
Like,
Brandon
is this
Ingram.
a top 10 list or your favorite?
I can't pick one. That's the problem. Like there's so many.
All right, we're just
Luka.
gonna make him say Steph because he's a Warriors fan.
We'll say Steph.
Let's move on.
Just to be safe.
Speaking of Steph, great segue.
Yeah.
He recently went down, I believe, last week.
Yes,
with
the
an
Celtics.
was it an ankle? It was
Yeah.
an ankle?
That foot actually, because it's a
foot?
sprained ligament
Yeah.
in his
Yeah.
foot, which actually is great news because I know. Okay, the injury itself isn't, but
yeah.
it's great news that it's not a major injury because
Mm-hmm.
the worry was would he come back in playoffs, and now it's like confirmed he'll come back before.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still gonna... Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I still think it's gonna be pretty hard for the Warriors to stay that high in the standings while he's out, because we saw him be out earlier in the
I mean,
without Steph, the Warriors.
we
aren't
weren't
that good.
awful,
I don't.
but we
I
weren't
don't
great.
I don't think they'll lose 13 games without him.
I
mean,
Because like They're third currently. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think they're gonna.
They're second,
I don't
we're
think
second.
they're gonna fall
Okay.
out of the playoffs. I meant like if they fall down to, let's say, like 5 or like 6.
I don't even
Actually
see
might
that
help
far.
them.
Like
it
they're
would, but I don't think it'd be that far.
they're only 4 games ahead of the Mavericks, which are 5.
But also the thing about the Warriors is that they have a lot of depth with Jordan Poole as a point
see-
guard. Jordan Poole's
Yeah.
a very good point guard, and we still have Gary Payton.
But if they're without
But
Steph
see-
in the first round,
Yeah,
and they go against like
Exactly.
the Jazz or Mavericks.
Well, see,
Yeah.
this is the thing, Joaquin. You also don't understand. Yeah, you think it won't go down that far, but like on the Western Conference, it's like a
it's
neck and neck
stacked.
battle.
It is stacked.
So like them dropping down to 5 or 6 would not be that. It's 4 games.
Like-
as Zach
Yeah,
said.
I don't think it would be
You have
that
Phoenix
big of a
at
deal.
1 ahead of by 9.
Yeah, no. Phoenix
and then
Suns are definitely.
Phoenix
Yeah.
got first seed locked up basically.
Yeah, it's literally
I'm
locked.
pretty sure they're already playoff like number 1 no matter what.
They've
Yeah.
not no matter what, because technically they can lose the rest of their
Yeah.
games. But
It won't happen though.
yeah.
Unless like everyone on their fucking team gets injured.
If they fall and Steph isn't there in the first round or misses a couple games, I could see them losing a series to, let's say, like the Mavericks or the Jazz, which they would most likely be going against if they dropped a couple spots.
I don't even know. Jazz I'd be worried about, but Mavericks I'm not even sure because they have Luka, but like
Yeah, Luka's
I mean,
a one-man army right now.
he is.
They have decent depth at point guard. They got Dinwiddie, who
He's
not that he's giving
He's
you
alright.
18.
He's
He's
solid.
giving you 18 a game.
Mhm.
Like that's not like they have a nice three guard rotation. So once Luka's off the court, it's not like they fall.
In
off
my
super hard.
opinion, Luka is with a team who are all like usually what I would call good six-men, but that's not great for a team
Mhm.
for like a good starting lineup. But I also worry about Luka because you know you are a one-man army for too long, you get really pressured into playing more and really increases your chance of getting
what is
injured.
he, only like 20, 23, 24?
Yeah, but I mean,
He's really
D
young.
He's
Rose,
played for a
man,
long time
like-
though. Luka's also played professional basketball since he was 16, and being
doesn't
that
matter
number one
how-
guy.
It
Just
doesn't
because
matter how young
it takes
you are, though.
just wear and tear on the body. That's what I mean. Like he can still get
I mean, yeah.
hurt.
But like in a playoff situation without Steph, and if Luka's playing, they're gonna play him like 35, 40 minutes.
For
a
sure.
game in
The
the
playoffs,
If I
you play
was-
every minute
if-
basically.
Personally,
Yeah.
if I was the Warriors, I'd be more worried about Timberwolves and Mavericks.
Are
Personally,
Timberwolves even are they in
yeah.
the playoffs right now?
They're
Yeah.
6 seed right now.
Oh, they are.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't see
They're
that.
42 and 30.
Damn,
Carl Anthony Towns is
I mean,
a
like,
beast right now.
yeah, Cat is definitely bringing his
Yeah.
show.
And
right
Russell's
now.
been having.
They've won 9 of their last 10. If I'm
Damn.
not mistaken,
They're 9-1 in their last
they're
10.
9-1 in their last
And Russell's
10.
been having D'Angelo Russell's having a really sleeper season this year. You know.
Yeah, like I mean,
Yeah.
he changed his focus from being the ball dominant shooter
Mhm.
to that facilitating guard,
Mhm.
which they need, and he fills that role perfectly.
And he saw
That's
Anthony
why-
Edwards too.
Yeah,
But that's
Ben?
exactly. Sorry.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
That's exactly why I think Timberwolves is more of a threat. It's just because they have a good guard. So,
Mhm.
like, and since Steph's not here right now, he could be technically guarding Clay. Because I think Russell's fucking defense is.
He's
Pretty
been
good.
Solid.
playing really good defense.
And then Cat just will obviously
Yeah,
dominate.
he's
the
gonna
game.
dominate.
You can't guard. You can't guard.
We don't have
They
any
Yeah.
way to guard him. Like we have
They don't have
literally no one.
Looney, who like he's solid, but not against Cat. Like he's still gonna
Yeah.
get
Maybe
exposed.
Draymond.
Yeah, but then
maybe.
that leaves over and. I mean, Draymond could
But, like-
play him, but like Cat's
but
just
the
such a dominant force right now, and he's
Yeah.
so like on fire that if he keeps that going into the playoffs, like I don't think anyone can really slow. All they do is slow him down, kind of like a Giannis situation. But who knows?
But-
Because I don't think Timberwolves have made the playoffs
Yeah.
at all recently. So
They haven't. Cat's only made it in his first or second year, and then has missed basically. I mean,
I think
that's
so. Yeah.
also my big. I mean, that's also like a weakness of the Timberwolves. They have no playoff experience where you have the Golden State Warriors, which
Russell's,
are
I'm pretty
full
sure,
of
only
Oh
with
yeah,
it.
once they get to the playoffs, that could be
Mhm.
scary for the Timberwolves. I mean, that's true. I mean,
also-
playoff experience is a whole different. Like,
Like,
I'd
playoffs is
be
a
worried about
different game.
Grizzlies too.
It is.
Yeah,
Because I mean,
yeah, 100%.
no offense
Yeah.
to John Morant.
I mean
You
they
know,
were in the
playoffs-
playoffs last season.
Yeah, they were.
They won a game against the Jazz. Like, sure they lost.
Yeah.
They lost the series, but they have the ability to win in the
Mhm.
playoffs.
I just don't know if they have the ability to win a conference.
Yeah,
That's-
I agree.
that's
They're
what
so
I'm-
young.
I think-
They're a really young team still.
Yeah,
In my opinion,
give them another couple years.
like the Grizzlies are where the Timberwolves want to be because the Grizzlies are way ahead of schedule. They're the 2 seed in Ja Morant's like 3rd year.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Timberwolves are behind schedule. Like you've had D'Lo, you've had Anthony Edwards, and for like
Only had D'Lo for 2
years, and Edwards for 2 years. But you've had Cat for what? 6 years,
I mean,
7 years.
Yeah, I'll say they've had Cat for a minute.
And
he's been good every year though.
I mean, yeah, but
I'd say he's gotten better though.
He is getting better. I mean, as you play more, I mean, you
He's
see
It's
all
just weird.
around.
I would have said like a couple of years ago he should hit his prime, but nah. I'd say he's in a prime now, maybe.
And he also has a good team around him. And,
Finally.
Like, they're the 6th seed.
Waiting for Luka to have that.
But I don't see them winning a series against.
No. I never wanted to put Timberwolves as winning a series in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I just meant like to, put the Warriors lower in the bracket essentially.
But with the Warriors, also the thing is that since Draymond just came back, that gives Draymond and Clay 2 more weeks to work together. And that's also going to integrate Poole into the offense. And Poole's already our 6th man. He's been in the offense multiple times when Steph was hurt. Now you give him Klay Thompson. Who knows what happen with that trio,
I mean, with the Warriors, I'm not really worried about chemistry. They've been...
Yeah, it's
most of them have been there for, like...
There's also the fact that Draymond and
Clay
Klay played together since 2019. So they still have the chemistry, but it's still just getting that rust off. So by the time playoffs happens, they can be so much better than they are right now.
One, you gotta understand Curry's back in playoffs. So like, by the time playoffs happens, I mean, Warriors are definitely gonna be a fucking.
But not. We don't know how far into the playoffs he'll be back because.
They said before the playoffs is when he'll come back. Yeah, it's not a major injury.
They said they don't know. Like they don't have like.
I think it was like maybe a day or 2 ago.
It was confirmed that it was not a major injury, and that it's like a ligament sprain in his foot.
Yeah.
And that he should be back like right before playoffs, or at the very beginning. Even if it's the very beginning,
he could still be out a couple games.
There could be a setback.
It's a sprained ligament, man. Like it is one thing I feel like you're gonna know more than not know.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
who knows? They might just he might be healthy enough to play. He might not be 100%, but it's
yeah.
better than
That's what I'd argue about.
Putting him on the court at all will still be a very a weapon, even if he's not 100%. Yeah. Just having him being there,
a threat.
Yeah, exactly. He'll still be a threat, especially with Klay back.
The biggest fear with Curry coming back, let's say right at the start, would just be, if he re-injured himself because he wasn't 100.
Exactly, and his ankles and feet are already very weakest part
fragile.
of his body. Fragile.
He has the injury history there with his ankle.
Major injury history.
Ligament. That's what he struggled
ankle,
with at the
everything.
beginning of his career. Mm-hmm. That's what he struggled with. So, there is that possibility of it re-injuring.
Yeah, 100%.
And if he goes down for the entire series, I could see them being a first-round exit.
I genuinely think if Warriors do lose a few and before playoffs, it would actually help them a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Just because...
Let me see the standings right now. I'll look it up real quick.
Right now, Golden State's 3, and I could see them falling as far as possibly 6, but I think Klay and Draymond still give you...
I think the only reason why I don't see 6 and I see 5 is because I don't see them falling below Mavericks.
Yeah.
I
see them falling below Mavericks.
Well, no, because I think Mavericks would go below Timberwolves, and Timberwolves would go up, and then they go below Jazz and Timberwolves, but don't go below Mavericks, who will be at 6 at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the way things are now, I think the Timberwolves hover around that 6 area. And then you have the Warriors drop down to 5, and then Jazz and Mavericks slide up, and then in that case they'd be going against the Mavericks. Which I think
I feel like if without Steph, I don't see them losing against the Mavericks in 7.
Without Steph?
Without Steph, yeah, I don't see them losing because how much deeper the team is.
Yeah, the issue is I would say the issue is Warriors is experience and has a deep roster.
I mean,
right?
Luka has been to the playoffs several times.
Yeah, but Luka.
Yeah, but
he has that ability to carry.
It's just Luka. That's the problem.
I would not agree with that because I mean, if you think of it this way, the matchup would be Luka versus Klay, right? They're both shooting guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The experience, honestly, is probably going to put Klay ahead. I mean, not that his defense is amazing. I don't think he could guard Luka to the max extent that Luka's capable of. But I do think that it's going to come down to an experience play because Clay definitely has more experience than Luka.
And there's really no one on the Mavericks roster that screams like playoff guy. Like the only person I can think of who is probably 2 in skill wise to them is Tim Hardaway Jr. That's it.
On the
also,
Mavericks.
and now
And Spencer Dinwiddie. Sorry, he's 2. Then Hardaway 3.
I mean, Spencer Dinwiddie's no slouch. Like
he isn't 100% not.
Like he.
But
he
Jordan
can
Poole isn't either.
Like
Exactly.
Jordan Poole isn't either.
Well, I was about to say, who do the Mavericks have now for Draymond though? Like that's the worry in my opinion.
They have Reggie Bullock. They have
Draymond isn't really an offensive as much as an offensive threat as he used to be.
Maybe not scoring wise, but facilitating the ball. He is.
I mean, yeah.
He is the point guard of the team. Like
I was about to say, I think Draymond's an excellent facilitator.
100%.
I think
way better than
that's
Steph.
going to get them the points,
personally.
not himself scoring. It will
Like,
be
same
him
with-
facilitating.
And same with Jordan Poole. He does the same thing that Steph does, obviously not as well, like getting open behind screens, running around, and that's where this Warriors team is so good. You give Draymond the ball, let him sit on the top of the key, and let everyone else get open by screen plays or elevator, whatever. That's where this Warrior team is really good. And it's hard to guard that. Like, you won't have the shooting of Steph, and Jordan Poole's not going to get as many shots, but who knows? Maybe something in Klay.
Also-
It's been 3 years for Klay Thompson, but something awakening him.
Let's not
in the
get this
playoffs.
twisted, though. Let's not get this twisted. I'm not saying by any means it's going to be a sweep or something. It's going to be close. It's just the
It'll be
fact
close.
that I don't think Warriors will drop that series.
I just think that if Steph isn't there, which is what conversation has been like based off of, I feel like Luka has the ability to carry that team and for that series. Like he's done it before.
So
He almost did it against the Clippers by himself. He has
the
that
only
ability.
thing is what I will this is kind of going to be my last point on the Luka thing is I agree with you. His one-man army plays are disgusting, but that also brings concerns. I mean, he very well may get injured because of that. Because you bet your ass the coach is going to play him more in the playoffs.
100%.
Because he knows.
Yeah, but that's a risk
And-
with anybody.
Yeah, but I mean, like, putting all that pressure on him and giving him more contact plays because he's the one-man army on the team, that's the worry in my opinion.
Yeah. That's
So,
fair.
like, he's going to get tired. He could be fatigued by, Game 5. He might not be on his A game anymore after a while.
That's fair.
He is young, so I need to give him the credit of that. So, I mean, he definitely could not be fatigued.
And in clutch scoring, I can see where you're coming from, Zach, because if any person you want to give the ball to in the clutch in the final minute, 2 minutes, or even the final shot, Luka's one of the top people you want. So it comes down to a final shot.
Yeah.
Luka's almost money every single time.
There's
So I
not
can see
many
that.
people above him, in my
100%.
opinion.
No.
It's
Like
just
Dame's above him.
Maybe like KD and
KD, Dame, LeBron sometimes, but recently he's been throwing
Damian
up balls.
Lillard, I feel so bad for him,
Yeah.
man.
And he's injured. I think he's confirmed he's not
Damian-
coming back this year.
I don't know.
Oh, no, I mean, their team's not making it in the
they're not
playoffs.
teams not-
They're 12 right now.
Yeah,
They're 12 right now.
I'm pretty sure he's not even going to play end of the season.
But that's
Saw
fine.
reports.
I still feel bad
He needs
for
to
the past
leave.
years.
He doesn't want. He's so stubborn.
I mean,
he doesn't
you know
want
what's
to.
funny is like people were saying that about Giannis and Milwaukee, but Giannis may happen.
Yeah, but
But
no
Dame's
one
been
wants to
in
call him.
Portland longer than
Yeah,
Giannis, and
and
Giannis
no one wants to-
already got the chip.
I think they actually were drafted around the same draft class, if I'm not mistaken. It was just Giannis. It's also a Giannis compared to Damian Lillard. Like, I feel like it's night and day. Dominance
And also,
wise,
the Trailblazers
Fair.
franchise has a history of not supporting him.
exactly.
He's been
Yeah.
there for a while. They've rebuilt like 3 times,
Multiple
and
times.
it hasn't worked.
Like they had the CJ McCollum, Robert Covington.
CJ McCollum's good.
You know, that's what I'm saying. But
Yeah.
then him, Nurkic, and
He's
they had a
killing
team.
it on the Pelican. They're killing it.
Yeah.
He's killing it on the Pelican.
They've had teams multiple times, but they've never been
they
able
just
to put that.
fumble. Yeah.
Yeah. Even when Dame was going off in the bubble, like he was playing insane, they still couldn't pull it
It's
off.
just so sad.
It is.
I don't think Dame should have made the top 75 list. The NBA
Yeah,
All 75.
If Dame made it,
Interesting.
Clay should that's
I don't think I feel like Dwight Howard deserved it more than him.
more than
That's
Damian
just my
Lillard.
opinion. Yeah, more
Yeah.
than Damian Lillard.
I don't. I personally don't see that because I mean a lot of people judge it
Or
off rings.
Kyrie.
Wait, Kyrie wasn't in the top 75?
Kyrie wasn't in it.
He
Okay,
should've made
fine.
it.
Kyrie is definitely should have made it before Dame.
Yeah, I think Clay should have made it too, personally.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree. Doesn't Clay hold the most record for playoff threes or something?
I think playoff threes. He has the most threes in a game. I think his efficiency is I think he's second behind.
It's
Steph.
crazy. Yeah. No. As I said, I don't know about those two people, but for Dwight, a lot of people base it off rings, and if you base it off rings, I don't know. It's just what did Dwight contribute to the rings he's gotten?
Well, he was
six-man energy.
He was the team. Well, does he have rings?
He was on
Lakers.
He was on the Lakers when they won
in the bubble,
22.
right?
But I don't feel like having a ring should
Not at all.
not
I agree,
impact.
but that's my point. So what other standpoint do you have for Dwight being above Dame in that regard then? Because
I think
Dwight-
his dominance. How far he got his team too, because
I feel like Dwight Carried his Orlando Magic to the finals.
but he also
lost.
He had
He
good
lost,
pieces,
but Dame's never done that.
exactly. But the thing about
Dame's
Orlando's
had good pieces as well.
But see, what kills me is yes, you can talk about carrying them to the finals, but it's just statistically wise, Damian's done better than Dwight.
2000.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2009? No, that was when they played the.
Dwight Howard's
Celtics.
also a center. He's not going to put up the same shooting numbers as the.
Well, yeah.
I'm willing to argue also assist to rebound ratio. I think for the team wise, Damian is doing at least as good as Dwight. I can't see a difference, a
and
gap.
Dwight has doesn't he have 2 depoys?
I think so. Yeah.
He's also no defensive slouch. I mean, now maybe a little
Well, now he's old. I won't consider him running now. I'm talking prime Dwight.
But he was a lockdown defender as well.
No, I'd say lockdown defender is a good point.
On top of his offensive capability, he was good on both sides of the court.
Even their team though wasn't a bunch of bums,
Yeah.
They had JJ Redick, they had Ryan Anderson, who was a very solid power forward at the time.
Yeah,
Matt Barnes, who was just a good 6-man you want on your team, who can get a bucket. They had Vince Carter. Granted, it wasn't Nets Vince Carter or Raptors Vince Carter, but still,
That was
it was a decent Vince
it was
Carter.
a Vince
It was
Carter,
an-
who
it
could
was an
shoot and
okay Vince Carter,
he still shoot and score.
Yeah.
At a high level. They have they had a young Marcin Gortat, who was just the backup center, who was still nothing crazy, but he was a very solid player. Jameer Nelson, who I'm pretty sure was a very solid point guard.
I mean, but I feel the ability to at least be in Dame's never even been to the finals.
Exactly.
The ability
But
to
also,
at least play in the
you got to think about
but how much is again? This is what I'm arguing, man. How much is that because of Dwight versus him having a team to build that around?
And also, what we got
if
for not
Dwight wasn't
forget.
there, they wouldn't have made it.
I mean, if Dame wasn't there, his team would have never made it to the playoffs. Yeah.
Well, also you got to think about the conferences at the time. The top conferences, the conference that Dame has been playing in has been stacked. They had either the Super Team Warriors, they had the Spurs when they were a little bit older, they had the Lakers when LeBron was there. Who else? They've had the Lob City. Clippers.
I mean, Dame also played against Kobe too.
And
he also played against Lob City. Also, we can't forget too. He played against the Spurs, right?
Yep.
When they were still good.
I mean, when Orlando made it, you still had the Celtics. They were still good. I mean, you had the Heat.
I think that was even the Celtics. That was the end of the
he was
Celtics'
still
reign,
there.
though. When they still had the Kevin Garnett, that was the later years. They lost Ray Allen.
It was the end of it. Yeah, that was really the end of it. I don't know.
You
if
still
we
had
can...
Cavaliers with LeBron.
No, that's fair.
I mean, yeah, but that was just LeBron, though. Same Luka's situation. It was just LeBron.
Yeah.
Granted, LeBron I think at that time was a different level than Luka now, but
no, I like that comparison.
Still killing it. Even
it's
at 38.
sad though. It's
Crazy.
sad with the situation with LeBron. That situation with LeBron is pitiful.
In my opinion, if the Lakers were winning, LeBron would be an MVP this year. He's
MVP every year. He's an MVP candidate every year of his career.
Yeah.
It's just they don't want to give it to the same guy every year because that's not fun.
But he would be runaway MVP if his team was winning this year.
He was runaway MVP last year too.
Yeah.
And the year before that.
But
I can't remember a year when LeBron was not an MVP race, honestly.
I mean, they just don't. I mean, voter fatigue. That's what happened with Giannis.
Exactly.
They gave it to him twice in a row, and they're like, we don't want to give him to him. I mean,
if Joel Embiid's worthy of it though this year, I feel like.
I mean, it's either Embiid or Jokic at this point.
Really, you put Jokic?
I mean, Jokic has been.
You think
killing
Jokic is
it.
better than Giannis in
Not-
this MVP year? In
Not
this MVP
this
race?
year. Like this year,
Yeah.
Jokic is my number one. Like he is my MVP as of right now.
Over
He's
Embiid?
crazy.
Over Embiid?
He's carrying the Denver Nuggets to
So
the
is
6th seed.
Embiid.
Embiid has Harden.
Before that, before he
Jokic
had
has-
Harden, when he had just
he
had
still-
Seth Curry, like he was
you
still
still
a
have
beast.
Tyreek Maxey. You still have all his depth.
Jokic
Are we
has
not
Jamal
also-
Murray. He has Aaron Gordon. Like,
Jamal Murray hasn't played all season.
has he been out?
He tore his ACL last
Oh,
year.
yeah.
He's been out. He hasn't played. Michael Porter Jr.'s been out all season.
We don't know about him still.
He might come back next week.
I mean, we
think.
don't know about his ability. Michael
Yeah.
Porter Jr.
Like
So that's
Aaron
like-
Gordon's okay. Like he's not
Who do they have?
elite.
I get that you're saying he's carrying them to the playoffs, but for what, man? He's a 7th seed. You think they're going to beat the
But
Grizzlies?
it
or the
is. It
Suns?
is also. It's in
I
the
mean-
West though. It's hard to carry a team alone in the West. It's been
That's
proven.
true.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll give credit to that. You do have the harder
like-
conference.
If Michael Porter Jr. comes back and plays good, I could see them beating a Golden State, beating a Grizzlies with
Golden
the way
State
Jokic
without
is-
Steph or with Steph?
Either.
That's a bold.
That's a bold statement, dog.
Jokic is like a.
He's like that. Don't get me wrong.
He's
He's
like
like
that.
that. But like, I don't see him picking apart a stat like a healthy Warriors. Not even fully healthy.
Who does the Warriors have to stop him from dropping
Draymond.
40 a game?
Draymond.
Draymond.
Still.
Draymond's defensive game
Draymond
is
is
disgusting.
he's a genius. He's a defensive genius.
He's a great defense person, but like.
Yeah, so that stops Jokic scoring.
It won't
But then
stop
if
him
you stop
completely.
Jokic, you still have you can't stop Jokic
You can't even
completely. Not even like
Okay, this is who
Draymond
they
just
have.
have
This is
him
who they have. They have
I'm
Will
not saying
Barton.
I'm not saying he's going to get him down to 0 points, but if he's
well, yeah, you
averaging,
can't do that.
let's say he's doing 40. Let's say he averages 40, which I know he's not, but let's just say he averaged 40. Draymond could easily cut down that to 20, easily.
I agree.
No, I don't believe that.
I
I
agree.
believe Draymond can
Oh
cut
my
it down
God.
to 30.
He might have a game or two where he goes off, but I feel
Yeah.
like Draymond can definitely slow him down.
I don't
and pick him
think
apart
Jokic
defensively.
could win 4 games in that series. 4 games
Alone? No, he doesn't have anybody crazy on his team. That's like Jamal Murray's out. If he had Jamal Murray,
So how
then
about
I
I
see
said
where you're coming
I
from.
said if they get Jamal Murray and Michael Porter back, I could see them winning.
I thought he was
Not
talking about-
by himself. Not by himself. Like if
I don't
he
think
gets
Jamal Murray's
those,
come back at all though. So like it doesn't even.
I mean, there's still a question mark. He could, he couldn't. Like
Even if he does, he won't
if
be
it's-
as.
He's not
he
going to
gets-
be. He's
won't
not
be
going
as
to be
good.
good.
But like,
You see Michael Porter Jr.
if Michael Porter Jr. comes back, they can bring it to 7.
Let's just say Michael Porter Jr. came back at full. I still don't see how.
We don't know how good he is, Michael Porter Jr. We don't really know.
That's also
fair.
true.
He's had
That's also
moments,
true.
but he's never had like a long stint of playing consistently well. You know?
I just don't think they could guard Clay and Steph
yeah.
at the top. Like, what are they going to do?
Then add
if
Jordan
they just
Poole
shoot
to that.
threes the entire? Yeah,
Then add
exactly.
Toscano
I
Anderson.
just-
Toscano
they
Anderson's
don't have
very good.
enough perimeter D. They don't have your Nuggets do not have enough perimeter
fair.
D for the
I mean, I'm not
Warriors to
saying
be
they're
shut
gonna
down.
win. I just say it's gonna
Oh,
be
I know.
competitive.
It's just
I don't
it
think
would
it's
be
even 7.
crazy.
I don't think
I don't
it's
even
even
think
seven.
it's 7.
I think it would be a 6 or
5.
7 game series.
I think it'd be 5.
I think 6 the farthest I would go personally.
If like, I mean, right now.
You know,
yeah, I
actually,
could
I'd
see it
give
being
6.
5.
I might give it 6 actually.
I
just
mean,
because
Denver
I will say
just lost to Boston yesterday.
Denver.
I mean, Boston's on a tear.
They
right
lost to
now.
Cleveland.
Cleveland's not a slouch.
I know, but like comparatively to like the Warriors.
Also, if we're taking everything into retrospect, if Clay's not back in the first round,
well, Clay,
or not
if
Clay,
Steph.
if Steph isn't
Valid.
back the first couple games, they can
Valid.
go up 2-3 games or 2
But
games.
listen,
if
you
Okay,
got
that's
it.
valid.
I'm saying this from a Warriors fan standpoint. You
Yeah.
can't sleep on
Which
Jordan
makes it a little
Poole.
bit biased.
But I'm just saying, I get that, but you can't sleep on Jordan Poole. Jordan Poole is a very, very good point guard. He blew up when Steph wasn't here, and the playing game he played really well.
But they
Granted,
still
we
lost games, right?
Not as many as we should have,
That's
because
fair.
Jordan Poole
that's,
being a
that's
second,
tricky
third-year
answer,
player.
though. What do you mean not as many as you should have? How many did you lose?
I can look. I mean, we think
I don't
we
need
lost.
like an exact number.
In
if
the
you can
last
just give me,
10,
like, an
I
estimate.
think last 10 were. I just saw it. Let me go back.
Like
to the
our
standing.
your most recent last 10.
Yeah, I think we're
You're
4 and
4
like
and 6.
7.
You're
4 and 6.
6 in the last 10.
Dog, that's not that great.
It's
That's-
not great.
And
but,
you don't have Steph anymore.
well, Steph's
So
only
you're
been
just
gone
gonna
for.
keep dropping in the stand. I mean,
I don't think
they're
we drop much,
realistically
though.
not gonna play the Nuggets in the first round anyway.
Yeah, they're not going to play the Nuggets unless
Yeah.
Nuggets just all of a sudden pop off,
Yeah.
which I don't see happening. I don't know,
The
man.
Nuggets will
I
probably
love
be just
Jokic.
7 or 8.
I love Jokic, but I just don't think it beats Embiid or Giannis. Because the thing
No.
with Embiid and Giannis is they're both like top 5 scoring and top 5 like rebounds too.
I'm pretty sure Embiid and Giannis are both number 1 in scoring right now. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
an average.
they're tied.
It's 29.8 or something. I just saw a post.
Yeah,
and
it's
LeBron's
29.8.
third.
Scoring, it's
29.8.
29.8.
Yeah, it's
And
between
LeBron's
LeBron and
there.
yeah.
Just LeBron won't get it. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just the versatility between, as I said, Embiid and Giannis. I just don't
But
think
Embiid's
Jokic
also
can get it
better
there.
than Embiid on defense.
Who? Embiid's better than Embiid?
Jokic is better than Embiid on defense as well. Like, Embiid can be a lockdown, but watching their games sometimes, like, in the playoffs it might be different, but sometimes he, like, doesn't give all of his energy.
Keen,
all the time.
Your face. That's what made me laugh. I wasn't laughing at
Okay,
you,
listen,
Zach. But Keen's
listen.
face is
Like,
what made
to
me
be
laugh.
fair, if in the playoffs, Embiid doesn't just look like he's giving 100% in the regular season, but that just might be because it's the regular season.
Even if he's not giving
doesn't wanna
100%, if he's not giving 100%, he's still averaging 29.8. Not even 100%.
I was talking about defense.
I know, I get that, but even on defense still, he's very good. His I think his plus minus on defense is
they're ranked 7 and 8. I mean, it's really interchangeable.
Oh, wow, they really
like,
are neck and neck.
I wouldn't be upset that they're like 1A 1B for me, but right now I feel like because Jokic his team has 42 wins because of him and him solely. Like,
I still think there's an argument to be made that Embiid has put more into his team as well. Not more than Jokic, but like a lot into his team as well.
I mean, I'm not
Harden
saying
was
that
a
he
great
didn't.
help,
Mhm.
but like I mean, before Harden, I don't know, man. Like
And they had Seth
I don't-
Curry. He's solid, but not
I mean,
like enough to.
they had Steph Curry
Seth.
before that trade. Like, they still have. I'm trying to pull up their roster here.
And they still have Tobias Harris. Tobias
They
Harris is
still have
very good.
Tobias Harris,
I don't think
Tyrese
Tobias is good.
Maxey.
You don't think Tobias Harris is good? Well, I mean,
Not
not
that
anymore,
good.
but still as a like catch and shoot.
not
league.
even as a 6-man.
Really? What's his number?
Not anymore, man. He was good. He was good. I'm not saying that. It's just like it's 2022 and we're still talking about Tobias Harris. I was talking about that man like
Yeah.
12 years ago.
That's a good point. Damn, he did drop 7 last night or today. So I mean, like,
Dude, I'm telling you, it's no heat to him. It's more
Yeah.
just like you gotta understand, like
he's
Tobias
averaging.
Harris
He is averaging 17 this year though. So that's
They
solid.
have
That's not bad.
Tobias.
That's
They
better
have
than I thought.
Tyrese Maxey is
Mhm. Very
an
good.
upcoming star. You still have Danny Green, who can be a bucket when he needs
Yeah,
to
and
be.
in the playoffs, Danny Green turns up 100%.
Yeah, I say I don't know why, but Danny Green has some of the most fucking ice veins
Oh my
in
God,
the playoffs.
In the regular season, you kind of a slouch, but
Yeah, but in the
Yeah.
playoffs, that man don't miss.
He likes the pressure. I think that's what it
Yeah.
is, and he just doesn't get that same like thrill per se
Yeah.
from regular
because he's
season.
been there. Because he's been there.
Yeah,
He's
multiple
been to the
times,
finals
Multiple times.
Yeah,
Multiple
Like
teams too.
I could see the Sixers winning.
I
the
still think his
finals
prime
this
is
year.
definitely on Spurs, personally.
I forgot he was on the Spurs.
Spurs, him on Spurs is really good. Didn't he? Who did he play with after the Spurs?
I know he was on the Lakers for like a season, right?
Season
I just
was
remember
very
this
good
man
there.
dropping bucket after
Wasn't
bucket.
he on the
with
Raptors?
Duncan.
When
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
was.
on the
Raptors when
He
they
was,
won.
bro. Dang, that's where the trauma came from in that 2019 Finals. And Danny Green could not. Him and Fred VanVleet, bro. Oh my God.
Bro, Fred VanVleet is a bucket.
I feel
He's
bad about the
a
Raptors
certified-
situation. They have like a solid team, but they're just not
I mean-
producing. It's like
I mean, they're no slouch.
They're not a slouch,
The
but they-
7th seed right now.
they could be a lot better though. Like
They
I mean,
just
if
don't
we're
have-
gonna talk
it's
about
the
a
Eastern
slouch-
Conference. It's the Eastern Conference.
If we're gonna
but
talk
this
about
is
a
better than
slouch, let's talk
3
about
years
the
ago.
fucking Nets right now, man. Look
I
at their
mean,
team.
they have-
KD was
they're a-
injured. Kyrie can only play half the games.
Katie's
Which,
back,
by the
though.
way, is stupid.
Katie's back and in his first
Yeah.
2 games dropped 50.
It's stupid how other
Wait.
teams' players can come into New York unvaccinated and play, but he cannot.
Yeah. Oh well,
Yeah.
this is my thing. Like, is that gonna hold through playoffs too? Because I mean, you
It
might as
has
well
to.
just still. You just gotta kiss the Nets goodbye this season
Yeah.
then, because KD
I mean-
proved last year. You know, he can do a lot, but he can't do everything.
Well,
And the
can't do
higher
everything.
seed they are, the more home games they're gonna play. So the less advantage there will be. At.
Well, let's see. If they go against the Raptors in the play-in, which they would right now, he couldn't play because they can't play in
Well-
Toronto either.
Oh, I don't know.
But
that.
in a series, right? If let's say they're
Well-
the higher, they're not going to be the higher seed. They're going to be the lower seed. So they're going to have 4 away games, 3 home games
Wait, why are they playing Raptors in the playoffs?
in the play-in tournament.
Oh,
The 7
okay,
and
yeah,
8
yeah.
play each other.
yeah.
But if they're, I mean,
I heard playoffs. Sorry.
If I'm the Heat or the Bucks and I see the Nets at 8 or 7, I'm not like Kyrie and KD play 4 games together, like that they could go win that series.
I don't think if Nets go against Bucks, I don't see them winning against Bucks.
I don't either.
I mean, they almost beat the Bucks last year with KD and a one-leg Harden.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting exactly what happened. Harden.
Ben Simmons still might come back.
Harden wasn't injured the entire series. You got to remember that.
Yeah.
Harden was there for the first few games, and then he got injured because he was played 48 minutes a game.
But they still took him to 7 games, right?
Yeah, but it wasn't KD all 7 games.
Yeah.
The man does get tired.
That's what I'm saying. If you have Kyrie, you have Kyrie for, let's say, you have him for the first 2 games. You might split 1-1. I have the faith in KD to win them 1 game by himself.
But what also
has that ability to
the point guard
40.
situation.
I just don't think it wins a series.
With the point guard situation, that I feel like it obviously does not equal Kyrie whatsoever. But they have.
I mean, you have Kyrie half the series.
But I mean, as with who they have on their team, they have Seth and Goran Dragic, Curry and Goran Dragic, and I'm not saying at all together they equal Kyrie, but it's not too far off together if you balance their minutes right.
You still might get I know Ben has like the slander around him, but like he hasn't
played over a year.
He's good. He might not be the best offensive player, but he's really good.
If he plays like he did last playoffs, he was terrible on defense too. Like he was terrible in general.
That's fair.
They just attacked him. Whole time they attacked him.
I don't know. I need to see something from Ben Simmons before I'm willing to vouch for him.
If Ben Simmons comes back and plays, I feel like the perfect scenario. Obviously, perfect scenario is probably not going to happen, but he could be that Draymond type role for the Nets. Like he can be the okay offensive player that locks down on defense.
I just don't know how that'll go. I'll say,
like if he wants to.
I don't know how well that'll go specifically with KD and Kyrie, because specifically KD and Kyrie both have very high IQ in the game, and both can also play that role. So the question is, can Ben Simmons do it better than them two?
But
because that's the only reason why they would do that.
Ben Simmons, if playing to his full ability, is better on defense than those two. Like
then KD.
Ben Simmons was all first team all
then
defense. KD was never first team all defense. Ben Simmons has been that guy.
And you have to look at his competition in small forward because Ben Simmons counts as a point guard.
That's fair.
So if you could look at who's in his...
But first team all defense is still no slouch.
No. But let's look at point guards versus power forwards for first team defense, man. Like, there's no comparison.
That's, that's fair.
It's just... I'm not saying he's a bad defender. It's just, you're saying better than KD, and I'm like... Dude.
I don't know.
I say if he is playing to his full potential.
I've seen more moments where KD can lock down or get a full court press compared to Ben Simmons. Maybe it's based recency bias to last year's playoff where he got absolutely torched by Atlanta.
Yeah.
Trae Young was coming at him, and it's almost a foot difference on them.
That was funny.
Trae Young was just on it that
yeah,
season,
for sure.
I love. Does anyone else think the new Atlanta Hawks are like the old Pistons? They're villains.
They're bad boys. Oh yeah. They're villains. They're menaces.
I love it. I love the fact that they're bringing back villains.
But also, if Ben Simmons is there, it's good for KD as well, because if Ben Simmons is there, you don't have to go as hard on defense because you know that you have another great defender beside you.
Yeah.
So it's good for the whole team if he's there. They're better if he's there.
And they even have they have other people on their team. I can't remember the names right now that are also still very good defensively.
I mean, they also have Andre Drummond, right?
Yeah, they do. And Andre Drummond hasn't played.
Andre Drummond's a good
Detroit Drummond. He's been playing like Detroit Drummond. He's
averaging
right
a double.
If he's playing, I'm gonna be real. If he's playing like Detroit Drummond, then no doubt in my mind that puts him way higher than 8.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's averaging 8 or 10 and 12 right now, which is good
not
for
bad.
a bench player.
They have
James
defense. Johnson who will fight anybody. So that would help. They have I just don't see one other team that screams out defense. So if Ben Simmons come back, and a recent report that I saw a couple of days ago, he's not anywhere close to coming back this season from what I've seen.
His back is... I don't know what happened with his back, but...
Nothing's happened with his back. It's just fucking mental because he broke down in the playoffs and didn't work anything about it. That's my theory. He didn't...
I disagree with that.
Well, that's what it
Because
is. That's the reason why he didn't play initially.
Well, that initially they said it was about his mental, but apparently he's good. Why would they? I mean, if he's good with his mental, why wouldn't he play? They said that
What
he
makes
was
you-
good with his mental.
It's confidence, because obviously
Like-
he was lacking that, and he
And
still
also back injuries are
Until
not
I hear
an
Ben
uncommon
Simmons-
thing.
exactly
I would say,
until Ben Simmons,
until I
we don't
hear
know.
Ben Simmons say he's confident like that, I don't want to hear it from a trainer. I need Ben Simmons to say it.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
a trainer can just, or anyone on the team can just make it look good, so people can,
I'm,
try to
I mean,
produce that
to that
ideal.
point. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, you're good.
I said to that point, if he wasn't good with his mental, why would he get on the bus to go play against the Sixers? He's not playing, but he's still there, and they still booed the shit out of him.
Mm-hmm.
He knew that was gonna happen. If his mental was still screwed, he wouldn't do that.
I think it's different. It's different when you just go there and sit on the bench and don't do anything, than when you're on the court and have to make a play.
I think he needed to be on the court for that argument to stand.
Yeah, because if he played,
But like that's still not nothing. Like
I'm not saying
yeah.
it's nothing.
but
It's just,
comparatively,
yeah, like I mean, if he played even for 2 minutes, I would have given him way more credit about his mental. That even a minute honestly would be hard against an entire stadium booing you.
I mean, LeBron did it.
Yeah,
KD's
but like
done it.
LeBron, KD,
man,
you gotta
just
understand
listed
these
off,
are
like, two of the top 5 people.
exactly like I
I'm
mean
saying
you
they
gotta
count,
be
though.
understand.
LeBron
Yeah,
got
they
batteries
do.
thrown at him, and they still played. Like,
Yeah,
I just don't think.
I think LeBron needs to leave the Lakers. I'm gonna be honest.
he's gonna go wherever his son gets drafted. He already said that, so
Yeah, but that's not for like another year
Yeah.
at least.
I think it's 2.
But staying on the Eastern Conference, like, can we talk about what happened to the Atlanta Hawks?
What
They
happened?
went from they were the 6th seed last year, went to the ECF, and now they've dropped all the way down to the 10th seed and are negative.
Well, I think John Collins has been out almost all year,
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And losing John Collins is a big part of their offense. He's one of
they
the
had
best power forwards in the
yeah.
league.
I would say the Hawks had a trio going on, and now ever since it's been a duo.
And they traded Cam Reddish, who, granted, Cam Reddish is hit or miss, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
that's
was still at times. He could. There's points in last year's playoffs where he would go off.
Even that, to drop from the going to the ECF to being in a play-in situation, like
I
is
don't know,
still
man. Like you
a
gotta
massive
think of it this
drop.
way. Then you gotta think of it this way. Then what happened to the Heat after LeBron left? I mean, like going from a
That's
trio,
fair.
an amazing trio, to a duo is hard.
Yeah.
It is.
And at least the Heat had experience, so they could still compete with the duo. But for someone as
Yeah.
young as Trey, I mean, he's not going to be ready for that.
And
yet.
also, Trey is kind of a one-sided player on offense. Like he could
that's fair.
he could pass, but
I mean, he's averaging 28.
score. Yeah, he can
I
score.
mean, yeah,
That's what I
he
mean. He
can
can score.
score.
That's his main thing.
Yeah, Trey's top 5 in
Scoring-
scoring as well,
Isn't
and
their
top 5 in
defense- isn't their
no.
defense
Trey's
also
top 5 in
bad?
assists too. Trey's
Is
top
he?
5 in assists. Yes,
Oh,
yes.
never
Yeah,
mind.
he's a
I
good-
thought he was
But,
worse
like,
than that.
Honestly, I think what happened. I mean, their defense is not at this. That good.
Trey's
This-
defense is
I mean,
Buns.
just their
I mean, he's
team
6
as a
foot.
whole. Their team as a whole is ranked 22nd in defense. Like,
yeah. No, I would
it's
say
not.
it's not great. It's not great.
I also
like,
haven't
you
seen
see-
anything from them all year as like,
That's
oh,
why-
look at this doing this thing. Like that, they've had no like major momentum switch.
I
at
mean,
all.
What scares me is the Hornets is above the Hawks, man. I mean, that's scary.
The Hornets
Like,
are solid though.
Before like their
what
last
made them
win,
solid?
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo. You want to know something? An
You
interesting
really think
fact?
LaMelo gave him that much of a
Yes,
boost?
100%.
Damn. Okay.
And Miles Bridges turning up. Miles Bridges has become such a good small
Didn't they
forward.
also trade for someone at the deadline?
is
And they have
Ball
Gordon
still-
Hayward. They have Gordon
Yep.
Hayward too.
Gordon Hayward's not a slouch, so yeah.
He's not the
you're
same
Uh-oh.
since the Utah days, mainly because of that injury.
I
Who's
mean,
the
but
Hornets? Never mind.
you also have Montrezl Harrell at center, which is a decent center.
Very, very good.
So, and then they have Kelly Oubre, which
Also,
is
I'm-
okay.
Shoot that.
They have PJ
What's
Washington.
Hayward's points this year?
I'm
not willing to-
I think he's been out, but he's
He's like
averaging.
a 6-man, I think.
I think he's averaging.
Because
this-
I'm not willing to vote or like talk for Hayward anymore because his prime is definitely kind of
Past
past
him.
him.
I think this season he's averaged 16.
Well past him. 16's still pretty good. Okay, I might give it to
I'm
him.
not 100% sure.
I can look real quick.
He's averaging 16.1.
Okay, see that's
solid.
impressive. No, I'll give it to you. I didn't think he would be still, to be honest, in a game like that.
I forgot they
I mean-
assigned Isaiah Thomas to a 10-day.
Yeah, man, they got IT. They got IT, bro.
Okay, I do like Isaiah. I really
But
like
also
Isaiah.
just with
He
with
deserves a
Lamelo,
shot,
with
bro.
Lamelo, they were missing that star talent at a point guard position who can score and pass. And now they
I
have
don't know
someone.
how well LaMelo's been doing. That's why I had to ask. Because I'm
He's been doing good.
I can.
Not like-
I'm pretty sure he's
wasn't
all
he-
around doing really good.
What did he make the All-Star?
and
Yes,
specifically
yeah.
Eastern, which should make this easier for y'all. And specifically Eastern, like what?
Yeah.
And is he top 5 point guard Eastern?
Well, we got
that's tough.
okay. We got Kyrie sometimes.
You got Kyrie,
James
So
Harden
nice.
arguably is a point guard.
Harden.
Valid.
You got Tatum.
Tatum was on a point.
No,
he's
Tatum's a
small
forward.
He's
Yeah,
a forward.
Tatum's a forward.
Yeah.
Is Jalen Brown the guard?
He's a forward. They don't have a
They're
guard.
both forwards?
They had Kemba for a while, but they traded him because he was buns.
I would still say
Trey Young, obviously in there.
Trey Young.
I put him
would
at
still
4.
Let me look.
And also, LaMelo's averaging 19,
I don't
6,
know
and
all
7. So,
How much?
19, 6, and 7.
I mean, the assist could be better in my opinion, but yeah, 19.
7 assists, though, is
I
really
mean,
good, though. Still.
You also have another.
Is it for a starting point guard?
I mean,
yeah.
you still have Zach LaVine.
I thought A
He's a
plus
guard.
was
He's a
like
small
the
forward.
general rule.
He's shooting
No,
guard.
he's just shooting guard. He's a
Zach
shooting guard.
LaVine is a guard. Yeah.
He's
And
not the point guard,
then
though.
Is Jimmy Butler is a forward, right?
Small
yeah,
forward.
he's small forward.
Kyle
He's small
Lowry
forward.
can be put in the conversation.
I don't know, he's
Lonzo
been-
Is
Ball when he's
Wall still
healthy.
good?
He's been hurt.
He's hurt. And he just got
Yeah.
today. They said I can tell you exactly. He rehab setback because he hasn't responded well to the ramp up period. So he will not return.
Damn.
In 10
Low
days.
key, Red Van Fleet kind of.
He is. It's just for some reason the Raptors have fallen off. I don't know what it is. Because they have good pieces.
They're the 7th seed. They're
But they
not
had
like a slouch.
last year they were like 4th, I think.
No,
And
the
the
Knicks
year-
were 4th last year. I think they were.
They were higher up though than 7.
They were in the play-in last year, right? I don't think they.
Well, I know when Kawhi left, Pascal
they were out of
Siakam
the.
turned
They
up.
didn't make the playoffs last year. They were 27-45 last year.
Damn. Someone got hurt
So
then.
compared to last year,
I mean,
they're-
yeah, it's an improvement.
they definitely.
But they're
have
better than a
improved.
7th seed, I feel like. At least a 5th or 6th. With Pascal
I mean,
Siakam,
but in the
Fred
Eastern
VanVleet,
Conference-
OG Anunoby. Like,
But are they better than the Heat? Are they better than the Bucks? Are they better than the Sixers? Are they
No.
better than the Celtics? Are they better than the Cavs?
better
Are
than
they
the
better
Cavs.
Than the
They can
Bulls?
be better than the Cavs. 100%.
Well, right now the Cavs are injured, so I
Yeah.
would give it to the Raptors.
They
but
can-
they're also not better. They're above the Nets, but they're not better than the Nets.
They're not. They're
No.
not.
Like
Yeah.
they wouldn't
Wait,
win a series.
you know what's
against
actually funny
everybody
about that, though?
anybody Except
Well, hold on,
Cleveland.
hold on. You know what's funny about that though is they could push Nets because Kyrie wouldn't be able to play home or away.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But they're not going to go against each other in a series, so. it
Well, they
doesn't-
might play each other in play-ins, right?
Yeah, but that's one game.
No, that's fair.
And it'd be in Toronto.
So, and I would
I
trust.
mean, it doesn't matter
K-
where it
I
is.
would-
Kyrie can't play.
Yeah.
I would
I'm just-
trust-
yeah.
KD to win that game for them. Like, he's just.
KD is a dominant force. I'm not
he's
going to argue
literally-
that.
He's probably one of the best players. I mean,
It's
he's
disgusting how
top-
good KD
yeah.
is
He's
still.
number
He's like
2.
he's-
IMO.
He's top 3.
Like current?
Yeah, I think he's
current?
2.
Okay. No. I'm just
Not all time.
Clarifying.
No, not all time. I'm not a fucking psychopath.
okay. There are some out there. I love KD, but he
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
break my
KD's
top 5.
Top 12. He's somewhere in the top 20 all time.
I think
Like,
he's higher
maybe
than
by
20. I think
like
he's
by the.
top 15.
I'm just giving it like some.
If we're talking about
range.
skill-wise, top 10 all
Yeah,
time.
but you could say that about a lot of people.
Skill-wise, what that man can do...
I say top 15.
Okay,
I would say top 15.
Size, top 1.
Well, no, Shaq, bro. What the hell? Shaq had custom shoes made for him.
Oh
So
no,
does-
number
so
one
does
would
Durant.
be number one would be Yao Ming, bro. What y'all on?
Oh, you're right.
Oh,
You're right.
fuck
You're
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
You're right.
You're right.
Fucking Bull, bro.
Taco
Manu
Fall.
Bull. Taco
Bol
Fall.
needs more minutes.
Yeah, he
like,
got traded
he's-
to Pistons. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know.
God,
off the
if he
top
got
of my
to
head.
Pistons,
I'm pretty
that's-
sure he
that's
got
over.
traded.
All right, well, if he's on the Pistons, GG, bro.
Well, someone on our team just dropped 50 a couple nights
You know
ago.
what's sad?
which is weird.
Yeah, what's his name?
Sadiq Bey.
Yeah,
Sadiq.
which was
Yeah.
insane. Like,
That is
went
insane.
off.
I mean,
Against
it
who?
was
though, if you don't mind me
against.
asking?
I think it was against the Rockets.
Yeah.
It was against another it was the
You know what's sad?
I think
It's
it was
like
the Magic actually.
I really
But,
don't see, at least in the next 5 years, Magic,
It was
Pistons,
against the
or
Magic.
Pacers being anywhere near.
Yeah, the Pistons.
Playoffs.
When the Pacers just blew it up. They
I
traded
mean, if
all
Cade
everyone.
Cunningham takes that leap next year, they might be competitive for a play-in. At best.
I don't.
I
The
also
next
see
5
that
years, I don't see
Cunningham.
shit, man. Like it's so sad. They've
Yeah.
ruined their teams.
multiple
I mean, the
times.
Pistons went full rebuild.
I give
Again.
Pistons that, but I don't give Pacers and Magic that. That's my
Yeah.
issue. Because
I mean,
Magic had good
Magic-
players.
yeah.
Honestly, in my opinion, in the last 10 years,
I mean,
had
they
good
still have
players.
Cole Anthony. They
They
have.
have too many guards, to be honest.
Yeah, they have way too many guards.
Probably right
They
now,
have
yeah.
Markelle Fultz, too.
Yeah.
He just came back.
But
Wait, Shadik really scored 50 against
Yeah.
a team that's 17
The
and
Magic.
54?
yeah.
I don't know how to feel about
the
that.
Pacers have good pieces and they have draft capital, so they're not if they hit on they still have they just got that dude
Tyrese
from
Halliburton.
from Tyrese Halliburton.
But they
Like,
traded
he's-
Dominus Sabonis, who was their part of their,
I
a
mean,
big part of their
but
team.
they're trying to rebuild now.
Yeah,
so
but now you have to
getting
get
rid
rid-
of DeMontis was,
They have to get rid of
was
Miles
good.
Turner as well, then, because Miles Turner's a very good point.
but you can get a
center.
first out of Miles Turner.
I feel bad for Halliburton because Halliburton was a big part of that Kings team, even though they weren't doing anything. But
yeah.
trading him to the Pacers, and Sabonis is
But
out right now. Too,
I
on
know,
injury.
I know this would be a big change of topic right quick, but I need to know Joaquin's answer to this. Where do you put Luka right now in the league? Like what number? Or top 5, top 10, top 15,
Top
20?
He's top.
Top 8. Probably 7.
I gotta look at the fucking.
Because I'm curious.
Do you just want to run through all of our top 10s?
yeah,
I don't know if I could do one off the dome, bruh.
I would have to do it off the dome as well.
leading scorers.
But above, if I were to put people I would put above Luca right now, I'm just gonna start with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
LeBron, Kevin,
KD, Joel Embiid.
Katie, Joel, Jokic. That's 4.
Giannis.
Yeah,
I would
That's
put Okay, Joaquin, you're making that face. Jokic is above Luka.
he is. Yeah, I just had it. I had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
That's 5.
Giannis is above Luka.
Yeah, that's 5 right there.
Um,
and then
Okay, hot take. I think Devin Booker's above him.
Okay, I don't know. Okay, but
No,
listen to this
I
though.
don't-
Listen to this though.
I respectfully
Luka,
disagree.
Luka's
That's
4th in scoring this season.
Yeah.
That's true. But isn't he tied with Trey?
No, Trae
I
Young
don't
has
put Trae.
27.9 and Luka's 28.1.
It's like 0.2.
That's 0.2. Jesus.
So- Still, that's
Book is
0.2.
Book is at 10 with 20.
And he's also 5th
9.
in passing. In
Yeah, assists. I told you
8.5.
he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trey and Luka are both top 5 for scoring and assists, which is crazy to think about. By the way,
I just think Luca,
the two newbies are like that.
the Suns are better, but I think Luca individually.
Also,
is
the
better
fact that we didn't
than
put
Luka.
Steph in the list so far. Granted, he's not healthy, but when he was healthy.
Well, when y'all said current, I was thinking because when
Yeah.
he's not healthy.
Okay.
But
I mean,
obviously, if he's healthy, Luka's above him. Obviously, if Kyrie is healthy and can play, he's above him. I mean, it's just there's other people. I don't know if y'all are, if we're talking right now and could play. Let's say,
Like tomorrow.
full 100%. Yeah, if
I
he could
mean-
play tomorrow, obviously Steph and Kyrie are above Luka in my opinion.
Yeah. I might put Luka above Kyrie.
I think I might put Luca above Curry. But I think Luca would be my 7 or 8, and Curry would be my 9 or 10. So it's not super drastic.
9 or 10?
Did you forget who Steph Curry is?
But
Yes,
I mean,
don't get me wrong.
yes,
he's
he's
fallen
good.
off from beginning of the season.
I
Beginning of the
mean,
season, he was
Luca's
running away
beating him in
MVP.
assists, beating him in points, beating him in rebounds.
But also,
in every
Who
category.
does Luka have on his team?
the team
nobody.
doesn't matter. I'm talking
But
about
that's why
the
that's why
player.
his
But the
stats
team-
are inflated.
but the
That's
team
why his
does
stats
matter,
are inflated.
yeah.
That's also
'Cause-
fair. That's a fair
Yeah,
point.
the team does matter though.
Because you
It's the
have
issue
on the
with this.
Warriors, you have Draymond, Toscano Anderson, Kevon Looney, who are all grabbing rebounds. You have Draymond and Steph who are sharing the assist, more assists for Draymond, and then scoring. The leader was Steph the whole season. His efficiency fell down for some reason. He had a massive slump, or kind of.
Yeah, I mean,
quarter through
if
the year.
you're
I don't
going
know.
off this season, I would say
I personally
Luka,
put Kyrie
'cause
above just because Kyrie's had what
He had a
250
60-point game.
plus. Yeah, he's playing well.
Yeah, he
I mean,
is.
going off statistically this season, Luka is above Curry for me, just because Curry hit that slump and Luka's been more consistent the whole season.
The thing about it is that even when Steph was in a slump, they were still 2-3 seed.
I mean, yeah, but that's because
Even without
team's
Clay.
better. Even without Clay, they have amazing depth. Like,
Yeah.
You've been arguing that like all podcasts.
Yeah. It's just, I can't put Luka above Steph.
Right
Even from
now,
an unbiased opinion, I can't put him above him.
I mean, Steph overall probably
Even this season.
is like this season. I would say Luka has been the better player this season. But like, yeah, that's my opinion.
I don't know.
I
don't know about that one. I don't put Steph 8 or 9. 100% don't do that.
I mean, what do you put Steph then? Like,
What do you
who
put
are you
Steph?
saying he's above him?
I would say he's above Luka, so I put him at 7.
But you just said you don't.
I mean, I'm not
8 or
mad at
9,
you
though.
for putting him above.
Okay, so
Luka.
we're going from 1. So LeBron is 1.
I think
because,
right now one. No, I think
it's probably either Giannis or Joel
it's-
Embiid. Or
right now it's a 3-way tie between Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. Right now, in my opinion.
yeah, and then
Like you
okay,
can interchange any of those in the top.
then we'll put him at. Then we'll do 4. 4. We'll
LeBron
do
4,
KD. Or
5. Or,
I would
no,
say KD's above
KD's
LeBron this season.
yeah.
I think KD's actually like 2.
Even when KD was hurt, he
no.
like.
We need to put KD higher. I feel like we're kind of.
I think
It's the only reason
chipping
why
in
his
here.
numbers and his MVP race isn't up there because the situation with the Nets and the whole like drama
And they're not
fiasco,
winning.
and he got hurt. That's the only
Yep.
reason
Yeah.
why he's
Yep.
not in that
Yeah.
top 3 conversation.
But either way, a top 5. We'll just include KD and LeBron. We don't. I don't really care numbering wise.
somewhere around there in that top 5, they're all
with
there.
Jokic, Giannis,
Then
and
6,
Yeah.
6.
I think Steph's there at 6. I can't like.
I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, I don't disagree with that.
Because even with Steph not that good, like he's playing good now, he's dropping 25 almost every night still. Maybe 22 or 20.
He's averaging 25.
25.
So,
He's still averaging 25.
realistically.
Granted, Luka's averaging 29, but 28 because remember, like it's just him. So that's.
I
an
just
option.
realized something. Why are we're arguing like certain injuries and certain areas of like Kyrie specifically is what I'm thinking. He's not playing a lot of his games and he's still performing well almost every game recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's averaging in the high like the 20s, right? So,
I'm not sure. I just
I
feel like
What's his plus minus?
that's a good question. I'll wait for that
Kyrie's?
one. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
a
I'm
good
looking
question.
right now.
He's averaging 27. I don't know.
Damn.
I don't know. His minus is negative 29.
What?
It's negative 29.
Okay, that's
Well,
never
that's
mind.
versus Utah specifically.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. I was
My
about to say,
bad.
how is the
I
fuck?
just- his stats this season. I can't find it. I'm stupid.
Okay, do you have any luck?
Um,
Or do I need a-
I don't know where to find plus minus.
It's in
stat.
advanced stats. Someone's trying to get
Oh,
to there.
advanced stats.
Mhm.
I got his plus minus is 30. No, that's P40 per 40. Where's his plus minus? Isn't there? It's not in advanced stats.
It should be.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just jipping Kyrie here. I feel like he's performed on and on again, and we're putting him what y'all are saying like an 8, because y'all are both saying Luka and Steph are above Kyrie, and I'm just like
I just think
putting
that
Kyrie
they're-
at 8 seems criminal.
Yeah, he's averaging
I
20.
mean,
He's averaging
like, with
27
all-
in 19 games. So I don't even know if that like.
That's fair. I mean, like with all of these players, it like in the end of it, they're all like top 10 players, and on any given night they can
Real
be
quick,
the best player.
not to change the subject, but on Basketball Reference, they show like your nicknames. One of Kyrie's nicknames is World B Flat. That's so
I'm
funny.
God.
glad I heard that. I'm glad I heard that.
That's funny, bro.
God.
Where the fuck is this plus minus?
There have been so many 50 bombs this season. Like
You
at
know,
least
I'm-
recently.
So I'm just gonna say this.
Steph has the highest plus
actually-
minus in the league right now.
That's
Then it's followed by Luka.
crazy. Of course it is.
Then Chris Paul,
Um,
Young, Mike Conley.
Who are you talking about? The
Mike
Suns?
Conley?
Yeah. No, like they're plus minus throughout this season.
How many minutes does Mike Conley have though?
Not saying minutes per game, 28.
It's
Could be
better than I thought it
more,
was.
but
Okay, right
Kyrie's
quick about
23rd.
Kyrie's plus minus is
he's
plus
23rd in
two.
the season.
Yeah, he's plus 229.
Patrick Beverly has a higher plus minus than Kyrie Irving. Granted, Kyrie's played
Beverly
19
also-
games,
Patrick
but like,
Beverly also plays.
I
all the
just
time.
don't.
Yeah.
Again, I don't think you're taking into account that he's played 19.
I am. That's why, like, but still, like, you're plus minus in those games that you play. So it's just the average of, like, he's averaging 36 minutes. He's averaging the highest minutes out of everyone on this list so far.
Well, that could also be another reason why it's lower.
Yeah.
That goes both ways.
His defensive plus minus is negative 2.09.
Holy shit. Yeah. Kyrie's never
Yeah.
been a big.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant dropped 35 today. Or
God
he has
damn.
35 right now.
Who are they playing?
The Jazz?
Oh shit.
Yes.
That's
solid.
impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, that's definitely against Rudy Gobert.
The
LeBron
thing
dropped
was-
38 tonight against the Cavs. Sorry, I didn't mean
Yeah,
to stop you.
I feel like the Cavs
I
defense.
mean, they're
Cavs defense. That's what I'm
Cavs
saying.
defense.
They lost
Isn't-
Jared Allen, so they didn't really have
Yeah.
that force.
I mean, they're number 3. Their defense is number 3.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they have Colin Sexton.
Third ranked defense. Colin Sexton's been out all season.
Dude, I just don't pay attention to the East, I guess. Like,
I mean, East is the much lower.
but still, the East,
Action.
like we were
Ooh,
talking about
I
earlier.
think the East is stronger than
Well, we were
the,
talking about-
like, West.
Whoa. You said East is
Well-
stronger than West?
Well, look at the top 6 teams. Well, you have so you have Miami, Milwaukee, 76ers, Celtics, Bulls, Cavs, Nets. That's 7.
I mean, you skipped
top-
Raptors.
Yeah, I'm in like top, like maybe get rid of Cavs, but like those are all top tier teams. And then after the Mavericks at the 5 seed, like
So
they're
you're
not-
saying Suns, Grizzlies, Warriors, Jazz, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Nuggets aren't top teams?
I mean,
Like,
I'm saying I'm not saying that they're. I mean, like overall, the Eastern
When you go
Conference
into East,
is stronger.
the top 5 teams, very good, right?
Yeah.
The Heat, Bucks, 76ers, Celtics, Bulls, very good. Then you
Yeah.
have Cavs, Raptors, Nets, Hornets in the next ones, right? In the
I mean,
West, it's Suns, Grizzlies, Warriors, Jazz, Mavs, Timberwolves, and Nuggets, and then the Clippers, who sometimes be very good.
Yeah, but the Clippers don't have PG. They don't have Kawhi. The Nuggets only have Jokic.
again,
from the
but
playoffs.
Clippers was the last pick. If we're going off Clippers,
That's
then I'm putting that against Cavaliers or Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like I
think-
still say would Clippers would beat Cavaliers or
I think
Raptors.
the Clippers have. They both have those. Both of those teams have better talent than the Clippers. The Clippers are just better coached,
Yeah,
but that is a factor.
Yeah, that's a big factor.
But in a 7-game series, I think the Cavs would beat the Clippers, and then I could see the Clippers beating the Raptors.
I feel like
Because you have the
overall-
Suns as the far away, runaway best team, at least in the West. I say that they're best team overall,
Damn, they got
in my
blown
opinion.
out. They did lose to the Raptors, though. And they lost to the Cavs. As you just said
Who?
that. The Clippers.
The Suns?
The Clippers.
The Clippers?
That's hilarious.
I mean,
111 to 120.
I mean, they played better in the playoffs.
I mean,
though.
both conferences are really strong.
Yeah, the
Oh,
East is a
I mean,
lot
that's
stronger
just
than
the
it has
league,
been
yeah.
the past couple of years,
Yeah.
which I'm happy
I'll
to
give
see.
credit to that.
like,
I'll give credit to that.
There's
I'm not
no
saying they're weak.
easy,
It's more just like
yeah.
it's just overall. I feel like Western's still predominant.
I mean,
overall.
I feel like the top head teams are in the West, but like all of the other teams that are really good, like you have the 2 top tier teams, the Grizzlies and the Suns, and the Golden State Warriors, and then drop off Jazz, Mavericks, Timberwolves, Nuggets,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then the Eastern Conference fits between that whole drop off.
I might be
Like,
willing
you know
to-
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true
Except
for
maybe the Bucks.
specifically
I would put the
Jazz.
Bucks up there with like the Suns.
Yeah, I would put Bucks like below Suns personally, but yeah,
Well, yeah, I think the Suns are the best team right now.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean,
No
I
doubt.
think Jazz could be at least Celtics, man. I mean,
I don't think so.
I don't know
I mean,
about the Celtics,
They,
dude.
the Celtics have. I mean, the
they got a better record.
Tatum.
that
but,
doesn't mean everything.
Yeah, but I mean,
The
It
Celtics
does-
started off slow.
but see, what you need to understand though is like why it means more for Jazz to have a better record is because Jazz is playing, in my again, my opinion, better teams. I mean, they're playing the
I
Suns,
think
Grizzlies,
the depth
Warriors
of
more
the
often.
I think the depth of the East goes deeper.
I'd
Because the Celtics are
agree
playing the
to an
Heat,
extent.
Bucks, Sixers, Bulls, Cavs, Raptors, Nets.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold on.
Because like after the Nuggets, I mean, you have the Clippers who are negative. After the 8 seed, it's all like scrubs. I'm gonna be honest, it's all scrubs.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I mean, they
after
just
the
lost
8th,
the Nuggets. The Celtics lost the Nuggets yesterday. They beat the Warriors and they lost to the Mavericks.
Also, if in that particular matchup, the Jazz don't have like a good enough wing defender to guard Tatum and Brown at the same time. Like Rudy Gobert can't do it all.
That's fair. That's fair. Oh no! Hold on. There's someone on Jazz. Shit.
They got Jordan Clarkson. They got Bojan Bogdanovic. They got.
Do they not have
Hassan
Donovan
Whiteside.
Mitchell anymore?
They have Donovan Mitchell. They still have
They
Donovan
have
Mitchell.
Donovan, but Donovan
That
Mitchell
is
isn't
he's
like,
a great perimeter
They have Rudy Gay.
player.
yeah.
And Rudy Gay's fall off.
But
Yeah,
you could
well,
space out. You could space out so Rudy Gobert isn't as much of a factor, and then
And they have
you
this
only,
beef apparently this year with
Donovan
those-
Mitchell could easily guard one of the two you mentioned though on the Celtics.
Yeah, but then the other goes off. Like that's how the Celtics.
Well, Jalen
work.
Brown has
If
been
you-
quiet kind of all year though. But who knows
Yeah.
what happens in the playoffs? Who knows? But
I mean, yeah.
I don't
but-
think you can fully argue Jalen Brown as much as you are.
I would.
I don't think-
I am more confident with the Celtics.
I would put
comparatively
Jalen
to
Brown
the
like
Jazz.
at number 10 in my top 10 right now. Like he's been on fire for the entire
Over-
season.
Where's Tatum?
Tatum? I meant Jason Tatum, not.
Oh,
Jalen Brown.
okay.
I meant Tatum.
Okay.
I would put
okay,
Tatum up
okay.
there, not
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
so lost.
I
I
would
was
put-
so lost.
I would put Brown around like between
20,
I
25,
personally, I
25,
put
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell above Tatum.
not after this season. I wouldn't.
Let me look at their stats.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at
Who are you looking
Donovan
at?
Mitchell's.
I'll look at Jason Tatum.
Also, Donovan Mitchell's missed time this season, so
Yeah.
Jason Tatum's averaging about 27,
He's-
and Donovan's averaging
Okay,
about
I'm gonna
26.
say his last
Yeah.
5 games. You ready? Jason Tatum. 27,
Okay.
30, 32, 26, 21.
You want to hear Donovan's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
26, 36, 37, 29, 25.
But what teams were they going against?
The 26, Nets, good team.
Very good.
36, Knicks, kind of shit.
Knicks are
I'll
kind of
give it to you.
Kinda shit.
Yeah.
37, Bulls.
Very good.
But they don't have. They don't. I mean, they're injured. They're beat up. They don't have all of.
They're
their
still
best players.
decent though.
I mean, that's.
They
still
have
DeMar
they have
DeRozan.
depth.
They still have Zach LaVine.
Yeah.
They don't have Lonzo, which is a big
Think
part
of it
of
this way:
their
Or-
offense.
Donovan would
was
be placed
Caruso
against
back?
DeMar.
I think Caruso's back still. He's gone. Yeah, he
But my
was
point is,
1v1ing. Yeah, he was 1v1ing.
The fact that he's 37 against the Bulls is still saying something. 29
Yeah, I
against
mean,
the
yeah.
Bucks. 29
That's
against
fair.
the Bucks.
I
Bucks
mean,
are-
but
yeah.
also Jason Tatum dropped 54 against against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
54
I mean,
against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
They're both.
Damn.
They're both really good. Like.
Then 44
players.
the next night.
Okay, well, no. That. Well, hold on. Was Brooklyn home?
No,
I mean, it doesn't
was
matter.
in
You
Boston.
dropped 50, bro.
Yeah,
Like 50 is
but
50.
the crowd
does
does help
matter,
though. The
though.
crowd does help.
That's
like,
fair.
Yeah.
I mean, like after every shot, everyone goes crazy.
Crowds
Like you're
matter,
gonna feel like
yeah.
the dude, you know.
I mean,
Or you could be like
crowds
Kobe,
matter.
I'm
and
not
when
saying
they're
that they
quiet, you can be like, that's even better, you know. So
I don't know. As I said, that one's a little more.
what's his season stats, Mitchell?
26 essentially for points.
He's chasing his 26.9.
Oh, okay. Well, 25.9.
Yeah.
Theoretically speaking.
I mean, but Mitchell has also been out a good part
Yeah.
of the season.
That's also true. Assist is 5.5, which is kind of weak,
4.2
in my opinion.
compared to Tatum. But Tatum isn't a passer,
Oh,
though,
okay.
really.
Rebounding is 4.2.
8.2. But granted,
Well,
Tatum
like-
is 6'6". I think.
Donovan is 6'1".
Yeah.
Donovan's 6'1". You
He's
gotta take that.
6'1"? I thought he was 6'3".
Yeah. 6'1".
No.
Donovan-
What? And he has bounce like that?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what. That's
Dude,
why.
I'm telling y'all are
Donovan's
slacking
great.
on
I'm
Donovan.
not saying.
I'm
that
not
he's
sleeping on Donovan Mitchell
poor.
at all.
I just think Jason Tatum
Also, his
this
defensive-
season has been better.
Well, okay. What's Jason's like defense this year?
He's
Because I'm also
6'1".
counting
What the
Donovan.
fuck, dude?
I'm also taking in Donovan's defense because Donovan's defense is good.
I don't
know how Jason is though.
His defense is solid. I mean, I can look right now on Basketball Reference what his
I mean,
defensive.
He's ranked 30, which for like a strong forward, like a
Small forward is decent.
small forward isn't bad.
It's decent. It's
Like,
decent.
I don't know. I don't see Donovan Mitchell in the top 50. Yeah, Donovan Mitchell isn't even in the top 50.
That's crazy, considering.
Like Kevin Love is in the top 50.
Kevin Love is fucking.
I'm not sure how he's not in the top 50.
I think just because he's been hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You have Rudy
I don't
Gobert
know.
1,
When he's
but that's
not hurt, man, I still put Donovan above Jason. I'm sorry. Just when he's not hurt.
I don't know, dude.
I mean, they're really close. They're really close.
Ever since I watched Jason Tatum dunk on LeBron in his first postseason, I'm live,
That
dude.
was
Like
funny.
that solidified.
You know, earlier you were talking about how a little too much hype.
I'm sorry,
like-
but Jason Tatum deserves the hype, though.
I'm
Every
not
playoff
saying-
series he's
but
been in,
I'm not saying he didn't deserve the hype. I'm saying, how long ago was that?
5 years ago.
Would
So
y'all-
why are we still
That
talking
was
about
5 years ago. Oh my god, that was 5 years ago.
I'm
That's
just
like,
saying.
That's like people
It's just-
talking like about Carson Wentz MVP season in 2017, bro. Like it was 5 years ago. It don't
That's my
matter.
point, man. Like you can't. I'm sorry. I can't take that as
That
an
was 5 years ago.
accountability, man. I'm not saying again, Jason. I would literally put Donovan and
Let's look
Jason
at-
literally next to each other.
I just want
Literally
to
next
see.
to each other.
I want to see their playoff records.
Oh, Jason's gonna be
The-
better. Jason has a better team.
The Jazz's
That's true.
playoff
But
history recently has not been.
But they've
the
had
best.
solid players on the Jazz though. They had
Better players on Celtics though, by far.
The Celtics have
yeah.
a better overall like.
You can't. My
Yes,
issue is you can't compare the
What about
playoffs. man,
playoff
'cause
stats? What about playoff stats?
I'll give you that. I'll look at playoff stats for Donovan again.
I mean,
I just want to see because I'm genuinely curious.
I don't think Donovan Mitchell, like, one of the cats, but like I don't think, like they're both really good, so I don't really think they're that far off from each other. Like they're one's 9, one's 10.
Mhm.
Like they're right
Yeah.
around the same area.
I want to see playoff series. Can you just show
I
me
would
playoff
definitely put them
series?
next to each other personally,
Mm.
at a very minimum.
Do you all want to go ahead and do, if the playoffs started right now, what would our bracket look like?
Well, it just would be okay. Well, obviously the
Well, like
the-
what? Who would we predict to win?
Okay, I can
And
look.
like
It's
all
gonna
the
be
way,
a-
like who do we want to think is gonna win the finals and
Also,
go through every
can I-
round?
Right quick, I just want to finish this. Can I tell you this man's playoff average?
Yes, I couldn't
Jason's?
find.
No,
Tatum's.
Donovan's.
Donovan's.
Where'd you find it?
StatMuse.
Oh,
I had to go a
StatMuse.
little bit off, but
StatMuse.
yeah,
Okay, I got it.
because I could tell you his total average, or I could
So-
just tell you what he did last year.
We do both.
Tatum dropping
Okay.
30 right now.
So what did Tatum do last year? If you found it,
Points per game. We always go from there.
yeah, we'll just go
30.6.
points per game. 30.6 last year.
Mhm.
Donovan 32.3,
Okay. Rebounds 5.8.
4.2. But considering that
6-1.
Donovan's
6-1. Yeah.
yeah, that's
Assists,
impressive in my
4.6.
opinion.
Assists.
5.5 Donovan,
Okay. Steals 1.2.
1.1, 0.1
Blocks
difference.
1.6. Obviously, Donovan's gonna be lower.
Yeah, 0.2 man. There's no chance him blocking, man.
What about field goal percentage?
44.7.
Damn, 42.3.
Dude,
I'm
Okay, now let's
not
look-
sleeping. I'm not sleeping on him.
let's just look at overall average now. Because to be fair, why I don't like looking at this is because Donovan's first year wasn't the best.
But he still had a lot of good moments. in the playoffs.
Exactly.
Like
I was
Exactly.
going through ESPN and an ad played. But now the recording's gonna hear that.
okay, so
But I'll give you
Tatum's-
total average though.
Tatum's total was 21.6.
points 28.8.
Okay, okay, hold up. How many playoffs does it show?
4.
Okay, same as for Tatum. Okay, then we're even then. 6.8 rebounds.
5.1.
Okay. 3.5.
Again, point guard or shooting guard versus for assists 3.5.
Mhm.
4.6.
Okay. Steals 1.1.
1.3.
Okay. So turnovers
Man.
2.4 for Tatum.
Turnovers
They're
3.3.
both
That's
really good.
Spurs.
I feel like
But I mean, what's the field goal percentage though?
44.5.
Okay, he has better this time, 43.6, but very minimal. It's 0.9 difference.
Yeah.
It's
but
just
who took more shots?
that's also valid.
That's true. Field
what's
goal
yours say?
attempted 16.4.
22.6.
Wow.
And
Well,
he
true,
has
but also
4.9.
it makes sense because Donovan Mitchell is kind of the main scorer in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. But it's just, I'm telling you, man. Like, Donovan is
good.
way
He's
better.
really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know y'all aren't saying like he's bad. It's just the fact that when you don't put him above Jason, that kills me personally.
Yeah.
I feel like y'all don't know how to the extent that Donovan Mitchell is dominating.
Yeah.
So for the playoff thing, I have a bracket that was made for like this right now, as of right now.
Okay.
Where did you find it so I can pull it up?
It's sportsbettingdime.com. NBA playoffs 2022. I'm pretty sure.
Sports what? Betting
No,
dime?
I'm pretty sure it's accurate actually. If you look up NBA playoff bracket 2022, it's one of the ones that are there. I think this is accurate. Yeah, Warriors are 3, Mavs 5, Jazz 4, Clippers 8.
Warriors won't be
Suns
3. Warriors won't be 3.
Well, it's just as of right now. This is what the discussion is.
It's as if it's ended right now.
Like tomorrow is the playoffs.
Ah, okay.
Warriors
well,
are
I
fucked.
just,
but
yeah, Warriors would be fucked. I don't think they get past first.
Same with the Bulls.
Well, let's just say since by the
Cavs.
time the playoffs come around, they have
Mhm.
Steph back. Let's just
Okay.
say that.
Okay, so I can.
Are we assuming like no injuries then for the people who have minor ones?
We're assuming
Major ones, I'll say they're out. But
let's
like,
just say if they're projected to come back by the playoffs.
okay,
we'll
I'm down for that.
Slate them in. We'll
So
slate
we're
them
gonna
in.
go from
okay.
top left, starting with the East, then down,
Yeah,
then
you want
down.
to start with the East?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
first one is Heat Nets.
Do you just want to
Honestly-
go?
Honestly,
Okay, we'll just do one game at a time.
I think Nets.
Not one a game. We'll do this whole series at a time.
Yeah,
We'll
I'm
do-
doing game.
We'll do. I mean,
series
one
at a time.
series at a time.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I think Nets. Because I don't think Nets is actually 8. I think it's only 8 because of injuries, drama. I mean,
They'll probably end up being 7. But
We're just
we'll
going
just
off
say-
the bracket that we see.
yeah, we bracket that we see. So
I don't want to sleep on the Heat like that.
I think the Heat would win that series
okay.
because
Did
I mean, I respect the Heat. I actually still respect the Heat. It's just
Because they got
I
Lowry, Hero,
they still have Victor Oladipo. 'cause he's
Adebayo,
projected to be back.
Oladipo. I think he's back already, if I'm mistaken.
He's either back already or gonna be back
Yeah.
within
They
the
have
next week or two.
fucking the white guy that's not
Adebayo?
Hero. I just said him. Yeah.
They
No,
still
I'm
Robinson.
gonna be real. I was gonna
They
go
have-
off that.
Oh.
Adebayo, I forget about sometimes. I actually would do Heat now. Adebayo's a fucking monster.
Very good. And sometimes he can be hit or miss, but when he's on it, very.
When he's
solid.
on it, he's on it. Yeah.
Is there
no,
a way to
and
update
no
the
one would
bracket
be
as
able
we
to.
go?
I think we'll have to memorize it.
I mean, that's fine. It wouldn't be hard.
And Duncan
I mean,
Robinson?
Hold on. I got it. All right. So
But
I'm down to put Heat though. I am so down to put
I
Heat.
put
It's
the
just-
Heat.
I forgot about Adebayo.
I
'Cause
feel like with
Jimmy Butler.
half cat
Kyle
Kyrie, the defensive capabilities of the Heat and their
I
offensive they're
might
not-
say it was a different story if Kyrie was there every game, but he's
Yeah.
not. So
Mhm.
they
no,
wouldn't
no,
be
no.
the 8 seed if Kyrie was there every game.
Also
Yeah.
true. Adebayo changes things for me because I don't think there's anyone on the Nets who can, even Andre Drummond, who can fully guard Adebayo if he's doing well.
And even if they do, that leaves Duncan Robinson open.
And
Yeah,
Tyler Hero.
yeah.
Tyler
And
Hero's
Tyler Hero.
been averaging 20 this year.
And you still got
Like,
Jimmy Butler, and you got Kyle Lowry. Like,
Yeah, as I said,
And
no,
the-
I give it a
yeah.
Heat. I give it a Heat.
okay, the next
Bucks
one.
versus Raptors.
We're going that. We're
I
gonna go
still
that
have
way.
some
Okay.
point- I still have some
Do it your way.
points.
Do it your way.
Oh,
Do it your
oh.
way.
I still
like
have some
your
points
ways.
I wanted to say.
Oh, okay, go for it.
But like I was gonna say that like it could be a close series, but with I feel like with the games that Kyrie's not there, the defense would be too suffocating for the Nets to overcome by just KD, because they could basically do a strat or like run a defense where they basically lock up everybody but KD, and then make KD do everything.
The reality is, when Kyrie's not there, it's just going to be a scoring game. He's
Yeah.
going to score high. Nets are going to score
But
high.
the Heat are gonna
I just
lock
think
down
Heat
like
beats-
Zach said. They're gonna lock down everyone else.
They also have PJ Tucker. They also have PJ Tucker.
But that's my point. But
Yeah.
I mean, KD could make those points. He could make it
Yeah.
Mhm.
like
could the rest of their
75%.
team?
Yeah.
Well, no. That's my point. Is
Yeah.
I that's why I think Heat ends on top. It's just it's going to be a
Mm-hmm.
high point scoring game no matter what.
Because eventually, also the defense might slip up. It's gonna slip
I also
up
think
somewhat.
Joe Harris could do it.
Do you want to go down or like because we
Do
we're
it-
gonna
yeah.
go
Go ahead,
Celtics
yeah.
Bulls next? Celtic Bulls.
Celtics Bulls. Okay.
Yeah.
I think the Celtics win in like
Celtics for sure.
I think
man.
Celtics in 6.
we're not
I
going off
like
healthiness,
DeMar.
right? We're not going off how healthy they are.
Well,
If they're predicted to play in the playoffs, we're going off that.
Okay, so they will have Lonzo Ball back.
Yeah.
And
He doesn't matter. No offense.
I don't
think
know,
we
bro.
should
He's
say
playing
this.
really good this year.
I think we should say this in the Heat's next game. I think the Heat would win in 6 or 7. Like we should say how many games.
Okay.
it should go.
Yeah, I think that'd be 6.
I'm not
think
going to
it'd be
keep that
6.
down because that part doesn't matter for me to keep down. But
Well, yeah, obviously.
we can say that each time. Yeah, I'd actually say Heat in 7 because saying 6 would be Nets home.
Mm-hmm.
That's fair.
I would say Heat in 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I think Celtics would win in 6, even if the Bulls are healthy, just because the Bulls.
Yeah, I don't think Celtics lose.
If you look at the Bulls' track record against like top 5 teams, they're.
So that would be Heat versus Celtics, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Wanted to make sure I had my bracket down right.
But the Bulls, maybe they could take it to 6 or 7, but I don't think they're beating a Celtics team. I don't think they're beating the Celtics.
I agree.
Unless like DeMar pops off.
What's next?
76ers Cavs, 76ers 100% 5.
Sixers, yeah.
Sixers
and 5.
You think 5? I might call sweep.
I give him 1.
Will Jared Allen be back?
I think he's out rest of the season.
Nah, man, I don't give him 1. Sixers are crazy right now.
Yeah, but there's every once in a while where Harden just disappears.
I mean the Grizzlies.
Okay, assuming good health.
Got the Jazz one.
I want to say, assuming good health, Sixers sweep. Assuming Sixers.
I mean, disappear as in like can't perform.
Harden doesn't have a good track record. I mean, he has an okay track record.
In the playoffs, he had one good year in the playoffs, and that was against Golden State in 2019.
I think he would show up this year. That's all I'm saying. I
hope.
I would make this a sweep against Cavaliers specifically. I think he'd be fine.
Yeah, might as well give him a sweep on that.
I mean, they're not like a. I mean, they're a really good defensive team. Their offense is sort of efficient. Like they're not.
If they had Jared Allen,
horrible.
I think they give him 1 because I think Jared Allen have one really good game defensively against Joel Embiid. But if they don't have Jared Allen, I would
he's out for the rest of the season. That's the thing.
I would just give them 1 either way. To be honest, I
mean,
just
that's
think
fine.
their coaching is nice. They have
Cavaliers
a lot
coaching.
I mean, their coach isn't bad.
Better than
Like,
Sixers.
Not better than Sixers.
Or I guess you're just arguing
like,
one game though.
Yeah,
because like they have some talent.
I'm not gonna hold you to one game.
Yeah.
Either of you, by the way. So whether it's one game or a sweep, I'm fine with both. It's just the fact that I think it'd probably be sweep.
I think
just
it'd be a
because
sweep as well.
Just
honestly.
like the next series, I think would be the Bucks
Oh, yeah.
Raptors.
Bucks Raptors?
I think Bucks and 4. Bucks and
Yeah.
Yeah, Bucks at 4,
Yeah.
man. There's no shot.
Okay, then we'll go.
Right.
Should we just keep doing the East or?
Yeah, let's just
Let's
finish the East
let's just
until
get
the
to the finals.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
so
then we'll
Heat
start
versus
from the top.
Celtics.
Heat versus Celtics.
Heat Celtics.
That's actually a tough one. in my
Wait, we
opinion.
forgot to factor in the play-in because they're still the 9th and 10th seed.
Shit, you're right.
I think the Raptors and Nets would end up winning anyway
Yeah.
against the Hawks and the
Yeah.
Hornets. So we'll just leave it there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's think of the matchups. At point
We'll
guard.
need to remember that for Western though. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that matters.
We're on Heat Celtics right now.
Yeah, well, Heat
Yeah.
Celtics.
Point guard. Kyle Lowry is. I don't even know who the point guard
Better.
is for
Yeah,
the
I
think-
Celtics.
Kyle Lowry's just also really good. So I
Shooting
don't
guard. It's Tatum and
Tatum.
or Smart.
Yeah.
And against
think it
Jimmy
would be
Butler.
smart. It wouldn't be Tatum. Tatum's small
Tatum's
forward.
a forward.
Yeah.
But they play him at shooting guard though sometimes.
Yeah, they play him at shooting guard.
Because
True.
just for like the playoffs, do they want to put small forward at
Honestly, you
at
know
Brown?
what? If Butler guarded Tatum, I think Butler has the capability,
I
not that
think
he
Heat
will,
in 7.
could shut down Tatum.
Yeah.
I actually, you know what? I agree with Zach. I think Heat in 7.
But I could see Celtics in 7 as well.
So could I. So could I.
Because both of them have top 5 defenses. Sure, the Celtics have better offensive superstars, but the Heat have a better, well-rounded offense.
This one's hard
Like,
for me because this series, like the next one we're going to talk about, is really going to come down
Yeah,
to
it's gonna
a
be
moment.
really hard
It's
for
going to
the
come
next
down to
one.
a moment in the final minutes, in the final seconds,
Yeah.
that can just go like determine the win.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
that's why that's my gut.
also-
My gut's telling me the Heat.
I
But it's
also
telling me
would
the
say
Celtics.
if Celtics won one game away, I actually would give it to Celtics immediately. Because Heat's a big team for home games.
But TD Garden though.
No. You gotta understand this though. Heat home has a 26-9 record.
Damn.
What's their away?
21-15, way worse.
Yeah.
But still
Good though.
But this is my point though: is if Celtics beat a 26-9 home game team, they win it. I have no doubt in my mind.
What's Celtics away?
Celtics away is 2016, and home is 24-12.
So more like balance, like more.
Yeah, but that's why I really genuinely think if Celtics could somehow pull it off, it might shut down Heat just enough.
The Heat would have 4 home games.
Yeah, but that's why I said
So,
if he won one of them, they only win 3 of the home games per se. In this example,
I mean, the series could go either way. I wouldn't be surprised.
This one, in my opinion, and the next one are both coin flips. Like in my opinion, personally, because the next one's gonna be a interesting talk. In my opinion, next one's gonna be the most interesting game out of probably
I might
these
have
entire
a hot take
series.
about the next one. But
I doubt it.
That's just my fail.
So I think we all go with Heat, right?
Heat.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't be surprised if the Celtics.
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
It's either way, but I think we're final saying Heat.
Yeah.
All right, Sixers or Bucks, ladies. It's gonna be.
I'll start.
Okay.
I believe Bucks in 6. I would say in 6.
Oh shit.
Okay.
You know what? I say
It depends on James Harden.
Dude, that's what I was about to say.
You have Giannis for Embiid. You have Drew Holiday for
Tyrese
Harden.
Maxey. Or Holiday, yeah.
Holiday. May I just say that? That's a matchup I want to see so bad.
Holiday
Embiid
is
versus
a really
Giannis.
good. Embiid. I mean, you can't stop them completely, but
you can't stop either.
Both
are still going to score.
Yeah, and then
they're tied for points too, aren't they?
I believe in Chris Middleton more than Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah,
I think
more experience.
And his playoff track record is really nice.
Mm-hmm. Chris Middleton's doing really well too.
Very well.
Yeah. And they still
That's
have
a great duo, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks still have a ton of depth. They got Brooke Lopez back.
Yep.
So
Bobby Portis has been killing it.
Mm-hmm.
True. Man, Brooke Lopez being back is actually massive for the Bucks.
Yeah.
And their defense was also really good, and they got Brooke Lopez back.
Yeah, actually, I would say I was leaning towards Sixers, but actually knowing about Chris Middleton and specifically Brooke Lopez too. Actually, I put Bucks at 7. I want to do 6, but I'd say Bucks at 7.
I just think the matchup is good for the Bucks.
They match up well. I will say this. This is definitely the best game that we're going to get in the East.
Yeah.
Or series, I mean.
I don't know. That Heat Celtics series would be really good too.
It would be.
It's going to be good, but I just don't think it matches literal, Giannis and Embiid dominant games.
100%.
But I'm putting Bucks versus Heat now.
Yeah. I think what I was going to say about
I wouldn't.
What I say about the 76ers is that it really...
I'm surprised no one picked Sixers.
I wasn't. Because I know Harden.
If Harden can play good and he can work the ball very well with Embiid, I will put them above it. But Harden's had a track record of playing like complete dog water in the playoffs.
I was about to say, this is what I'm going to say. If Harden plays in this year's playoffs like he did that one year at the Rockets, easy Sixers. Easy Sixers.
Yeah.
Easy
I wouldn't
Sixers.
say easy.
Not easy.
I'd say 4-2. I'd say 4-2. If Harden actually shows up, if Harden shows up,
But I think the only reason Harden played so good that year is because of that Mike D'Antoni offense, where it's just score. They had Eric Gordon who could shoot. Chris Paul,
Eric
obviously.
Gordon's still trapped on the Rockets.
It's just he made the shots. My issue with Harden, and he had decent defense that year.
But ISO is where he
has an
premieres.
Injury history as well.
He does. ISO is where he's the best, and he's had Drew Holiday guarding him. Like Drew Holiday is no slouch.
I'm not saying he's a slouch. I'm saying Harden would just shoot over him almost. Like, I don't think Drew Holiday can be in his face enough. Because Harden's step back is enough to put
Drew
anyone
Holiday has
down.
that juice, though. He has that energy to can get right in his face.
I still think Bucks is going to win. I just don't think Harden can show up. That's why I think Bucks will win.
I agree.
But if Harden shows up, I actually definitely believe Sixers. I just don't think he'll show up.
I agree.
I think, honestly, this might be a spoiler, but I think the Bucks are my final pick. So
I'd probably put Bucks above Heat. No, I mean, that's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah,
Bucks.
That's 4-2.
Yeah, that's...
I think 4-2 Bucks. Mm-hmm. They don't have a good matchup for Giannis. I mean, Bam is
He's solid, but, like, not...
I don't think... I think Bam could stop him like pretty hard in the paint, but the issue with Giannis is
not stop.
He's really good
So
outside
good
of the paint too.
Yeah.
And
getting
like,
to the paint, like getting to
Yes.
there.
and
everything.
he worked on his 3 games, so he's a threat from every
Just leave him
level.
open.
Exactly.
He can most
They
likely
have
make
no
it.
one. Bucks is for sure. I'm just debating whether 2 or 3, and by 2 or 3 I mean like 4-2 or 4-3. That's my debate.
But
Right
I
now.
wouldn't
I
be
think it'd be a
surprised
6.
because the Heat just have the. I feel like the Heat have the best overall team.
And also,
other
a
than
lot
the
of Heat
Suns.
players are scrappers. Like they scrap.
Yeah.
Like come down
And
to it, they can get a
they're
bucket.
Really well coached.
Really
Like,
well coached.
I'm,
Eric
I'm
Spoelstra is
saying
still
I'm
so
saying
good.
Bucks and 7 though. You're
Yeah,
not gonna get 6
Yeah,
from me.
I feel bad about the 6.
Bucks and 7.
7. Yeah. East looks
all
really
right,
good
so-
playoff wise, man. The East
It
looks
does.
exciting. It looks so
I'm
exciting.
excited.
Y'all
I'm
were
excited.
clowning at me for
I was not clowning. No.
I wasn't clowning. I
Comparatively
wasn't
to the
clowning
West.
the top 8. It's the fact that, or not the top 8. It's not the fact that we're clowning East. It's the fact that we think Western top 8 might be better than Eastern top 8.
Yeah, because you have like the Cavs, you have the Raptors. Who are
But I
just-
also agree with what you said before, Zach. Is Eastern has more depth? You know, Hornets, Hawks, not to be, in my opinion, laughed at right now.
at all. Not at all.
So versus Eastern or Western. I mean, if you look at, well, I guess Lakers is 10 currently, which kills
Lakers
me.
ain't making the playoffs.
But
They're
Pelicans,
9.
eh.
They're 9.
Oh, they're 9
They
now.
just win?
They won tonight.
Who
So-
has
Okay.
to lose for them to secure it?
It's the Clippers, and that could happen.
Who are they playing?
Wait, you mean today? Or like
Oh
for the
wait, today
play-in?
or
for the
or
play-in?
play-in?
The Clippers or the Lakers are 9. The Pelicans are 10. Clippers
that's-
are 8.
that's easy.
So what? Lakers versus Nuggets?
I just don't see the Lakers
It would
winning a 7
be
game series.
it would be Lakers Pelicans, and then the winner of that plays.
But it is
I don't
playoff
know how.
LeBron,
I don't
though.
remember how the play-ins work. I think it's 9 versus 10, and then the winner of that plays the loser of 7-8. I believe.
I don't know. I don't understand the playing work still. It's
Let
not like it's
me
not like a
look at
wild
it.
card because wild card just makes so much sense.
Wild cards make more
Let
sense. I
me
agree.
look it up. And the play-in tournament, the 9th will play the 10th, and then the winner of that. It's exactly what I said. The 9 will play
Okay.
the 10th, and the winner.
So
of the
who
9th
loses? Who loses? Nuggets or Clippers? That's so Clippers, obviously. Yeah,
Clippers,
never mind.
yeah.
That was a really stupid question.
Yeah.
Lakers versus Clippers. I actually think Lakers can make playoffs. Then.
I just feel like Braun has that ability to win one game for them.
I fully
I
agree. I think Lakers beat Clippers here.
In a 7 game
So
series,
Lakers-
though,
Will Giannis be back? Is Giannis coming back this year? Or
Well, it's not a
Giannis.
7-game series
Right.
against
Will
Clippers.
Zion be back?
no, he said
It's a
he's
plan.
not. He
Is he
said
out
he's
for
not.
the?
They said he won't. It came out today.
So I would say that Lakers makes playoffs. So in that case, is it? Oh God, would it be Suns versus Lakers?
It was be Suns Lakers.
Oh yeah, Suns demolished them.
Suns
Yeah,
sweep.
I wouldn't say a
Suns.
sweep. I give him 1 because of LeBron, but
Yeah. I mean, last
Jesus
year the
Christ.
Suns swept them, right? Or was it 4-1 last year?
I think it was 1 game they won.
I would say 4-1. I don't think LeBron
is
will.
AD gonna be back?
Even
if
if
AD
I
he's
don't
back,
know.
even if
it's
he's
a
back.
different-
Man,
Even if
AD
he's back.
is.
If AD's
I'm
back,
not-
I think if AD's
fucking
back, I
in that.
think Suns still win, but in 6, because AD is still if
He's
fully
good.
healthy.
It's just
This year, he's
for how
not
long?
been.
For how long?
When
man?
he's in, he's been good. When he was in, he's been really good.
From my knowledge, AD's been like a ghost when he's plays this year.
It's because he's been injured, Joaquin. It's
No,
not that he's bad.
when he plays.
Yeah.
When he plays. He's not
Oh,
even like,
look
he's
at-
just like, he's not really doing that much.
Interesting.
From what I've seen. That's like, from the shit I've seen. That's what I assume.
Let's see. So he will be. Davis is projected to be back by the playoffs.
Okay.
So when AD was healthy this season, he was still averaging 25, I believe. Let me see. What is his averages this year? I mean, either way, I believe that the Suns are gonna win. But
Yeah.
if AD's healthy, I mean, in the games he's played, he's averaged 23, 9, and 3, or 23, 10, and 3. Like
That's still pretty good.
that's still
As I said,
really
4-1. I'm keeping it at 4-1 no matter what.
Yeah. Just
80 in or
because
not.
the
It's
Lakers
4-1.
as a team are so dysfunctional,
It's also just the Suns are so good
and they're
right now.
so good. Yeah.
Will
Like,
Chris Paul be back?
I
Yeah.
think he should be. Yeah.
Yeah,
he hurt
or
his hand,
people
right?
said, yeah, he did. People said that
His
he would
thumb.
be back before playoffs.
So Suns, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah, no, easy.
Jazz Mavs.
Jazz Mavericks.
Oh, this is a tough one for me because both Donovan and Luka are both shooting guards. I think Luka's better. That's not what I'm saying. It's just the fact that it's going to be high scoring.
I think
games.
the Jazz are deeper. So I pick the Jazz.
I agree. Jazz is deeper.
But
I just can Luka carry a series.
I believe he can. I think
4 wins
they-
though alone.
I think if you spread out the Jazz, Luka can cook. Like if you run an offense that'll spread him out. Luka
but then
will
also you have to
cook.
think about Jazz and what that happened. They'd rather leave
But it's
open.
happened to them several
They'd
times.
rather
in the
leave
past.
open someone who might make a shot instead of putting
Yeah,
an extra and play zone and have an extra person.
But like
for Luka.
that's- say-
if you look in the past playoffs, that's how the Jazz lose every time. They
Yeah,
spread
but
them out and get
The issue,
dominated.
no. But the issue is, with those times, when Jazz does that, it's against more than just one player.
Yeah,
It's not against one player, and this year it will be. I don't know if they would allow that against specifically just Luka.
I mean, Witty can still give you 20.
Who?
Dinwiddie.
Oh, I just didn't hear
He
you.
could still give you 20. That's not
Mhm.
nothing.
But that's it.
I mean, sure, after that it gets pretty shallow, but like
Tim Hardaway.
Tim Hardaway.
Tim
I mean,
Hardaway.
you still have people that can get you buckets. Like it's not like Luka is the main.
I just
but,
don't
like, it's
think
not just
Luke. I don't think Mavericks could get more buckets than Jazz, because Jazz has more people who could get buckets than
I
Mavericks.
agree. That's what
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I'm
fair.
thinking.
So
they
I'm
have,
actually-
they have Bogdanovic
Yeah,
or Bogdan, whatever they call him. They have Jordan
Bogdanovic.
Clarkson.
Bog-
They have
Bogdanovic.
fuck, I forgot his name.
Rudy Gobert, right?
Yeah, no, the point guard. We just talked about him earlier.
They also could. I mean, the Mavericks could foul Gobert
Mike
out of
Conley.
the game.
They can, yeah, but
Like,
like,
because that they like teams have done that in the playoffs and it's worked.
but then they're gonna put
Yeah.
in foul trouble with someone on the team, and then it's just like the Jazz can attack that. I just feel like the Jazz are deeper. That's why I put them. Because don't get me wrong, I think Luka's a fantastic player, once in a lifetime generational
I
talent.
think I would pick Jazz in 6.
Yeah,
Jazz in 6.
I put him
I
six.
actually would also say 6. I would
Yeah.
say Jazz and 6.
Jazz and 6.
So that's
I completely agree.
okay.
Warriors, Timberwolves. Well, but we'll do another one of these before like when the seedings are final.
Yeah.
Because then we'll know where the Warriors are going to be.
Yeah, I'm curious who the Warriors are going to play realistically. In the playoffs, because
I would.
it
probably
really
the
matters.
Also, the
Probably
Warriors
the
have Andrew
Mavericks.
Wiggins, which I forgot about. I don't know how I forgot
How
about
did
that.
he make the All Star?
He didn't deserve to be an all-star. I mean, a starter, but he was an all-star.
Like he did deserve to be an All Star, but a star.
Not a starter. I agree with that.
Like
I
when I saw that,
I was hyped. I was like, all right, shit. I mean, I guess,
like, what?
but like, at
If
the
you
same
want the
time-
truth, it's just because he can dunk.
Yeah.
And All-Star
Yeah.
games are all about
But-
fantasy.
I don't. Oh, this is hard because the Wolves have basically been on fire.
Dude, 9-1 the last 10. That's
And
crazy.
they basically just said we're gonna score more points than you. Go ahead and try and stop us. Like that's exactly what they're doing.
And it is crazy to me that Cat
And I
has
don't know
worked
if
on his
the
three so
Warriors have
hard.
the ability to keep up.
Well,
but-
the thing is, if
This is with
if
Steph,
the Wolves, this is with Steph.
Okay.
This,
Let's
this
just
is
say
what
like
this is what
sorry.
I'm gonna say right quick. If the Wolves try to say we'll see who scores more points, Warriors will beat them. Warriors
Because they're a
1,000%
team.
can
They're a
make more
3-point
points.
team.
Yeah,
yeah,
but if
they don't have anyone to stop Cat. Like maybe Draymond, but
They'll have
the
Looney,
issue with
but Looney
Cat,
can't.
I'll say the issue with Cat is like he's too tall for Draymond in my opinion.
Yeah,
I don't think
like-
Draymond could.
Well,
They don't have
Draymond's played against 7-footers before. That's like his thing.
Yeah, but the issue with Cat specifically is his wingspan's bigger than more.
And
and
he's
he
versatile,
also
too, so
he
he
can
can
also
move.
hit three. He can nail threes.
Nail
Yeah.
threes. He can drive in. He can play post.
Like they don't have anybody to stop Cat.
Yeah, I don't think Draymond can do it. To be honest, I love Draymond's defense. I just don't think Cat
And then
is one of them.
If
So
you
then,
double
but now we're in
Cat,
the same
you leave
situation as
someone-
Luka. So if Cat carry
I
the
don't
team alone,
believe-
he
I
has
don't
Anthony
think-
Edwards.
no,
he
they
has
still
D'Angelo
have-
Russell. But those matchups
Yeah.
against those two, Steph and Clay are better.
I will. Yeah, I'll say Steph and
Yeah.
Clay easily beat Russell. That's
And they
not
have Andrew
really-
Wiggins.
I
So.
mean, that's not a debate.
And they have
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins.
And the Warriors have the overall. I mean, I
I
think it would be competitive.
would
but I
say
think the
Warriors in 7.
I say Warriors in
'cause-
7.
Theoretically, Clay will be coming back fresh off of injury, and I think he'll be like
Steph.
60 to 70%. That's what I said.
You said
Clay.
Yeah.
I meant Steph. He'll be like 60, 70% probably.
Yeah. Even 60-70%,
I
he's still a
think
weapon.
that's amazing. Yeah.
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 So I say in 7. I say in 7 though, because I want to give
Because
Timberwolves
also,
credit.
if it comes down to a Game 6, Warriors are down, who's there? Klay Thompson.
And also, they're more experienced in the playoffs. Like
Exactly.
Timberwolves have
Warriors are way more
Way more.
experienced.
like
In Game
Anthony
6
Edwards. It's Anthony Edwards' second year, right?
Yeah, but don't.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is also very good too. You
Yeah.
can't sleep on him.
But like, you
Also,
can
Cat
be
has,
really
what,
good
1
in
year
the
in the
regular
playoffs or
season.
something?
I think he's played one series.
Yeah,
and
like,
they
that's-
I think
lost.
it's when they had Jimmy Butler.
That's why I gotta give it to Warriors, and I'm being generous with 7 in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I'm
think
going to
Warriors
say
in
7 just
6.
because I do think Wolves can't put up a fight. I do.
I think their
they-
next
I
matchup's interesting though.
I think Warriors in 6, but it won't feel like 6 because like the
It'll
games
be
will
close,
be
so
the
close.
games will be
Yeah.
close.
I don't know.
so-
Actually, I don't know because the last couple games when it's come down to close, the Warriors sucked massive ass. Like they have a useless turnover, a useless foul, in the last like couple seconds. So I don't know. Actually,
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out.
We'll see who play if they
So
play
what?
each other.
Grizzlies
at the
versus
final.
Nuggets? Is that what's going on?
Grizzlies Nuggets. Yeah. Wait, we did the play? Yeah, the Nuggets.
Yeah,
That's
Nuggets
the
definitely
play-in
beat
teams.
Clippers. Yeah, Nuggets definitely beat Clippers. That's not even a debate.
Nuggets Grizzlies, dude.
Well, it's projected that Porter will be back healthy fully for the playoffs.
Ooh, that makes it tougher.
That's still he's a wild card though. He's had good moments, but like
Yeah, I will say that is still a wild card though.
I feel like it's more likely he'll come back
Actually,
and be good
I have a
than he'll
question.
come back and be
Yeah,
ass.
yeah, but how good? That's
So,
the question.
How
I
many
mean, he could
many
come back and average 20.
playoff series has Jokic been in?
Well, good amount.
Maybe
They
4?
went to they went to the
can
second
look.
round last year, and then the year before that they went to Westerns, right? Or did they go to Westerns last year?
I'll look.
I'm asking because I think Nuggets might win off experience because John Morant is still young.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Like star player for star player, I actually think I might give it to Jokic off experience.
He's had 3 playoff series. He's made it to.
Jokic's only had
Yep.
3, and
Last
Morant's
year,
had what
last year
2?
averaged 29.8.
And Morant's had 2.
Like Morant's had just last year. He just last year.
Yeah, I thought he just had 2 series in last year though, because I thought he made it
Interesting,
to.
Interesting.
No,
last
The
year.
Grizzlies lost in the first round to the Jazz.
Okay.
Yeah, but they beat the Warriors in the play-in.
in
And
the
they
play.
beat someone else.
Well, that was like a injured Warriors.
Yeah,
team.
So they've only had like I'll say like let's say 1 full series. So one
They lost in 5, so like
I'm gonna be real, like
they got kind of destroyed.
only 3 is not as many as I thought Jokic was gonna have. That doesn't make me want to say
I mean, but he
experience is
went
gonna
to
be
the-
that big
I mean,
of a
it's not-
difference.
3 years, right? But like he's made it to Western Conference Finals. Like
it's
he's
also the
been
fact that
deep-
the Grizzlies are
he's
2.
been deep in the playoffs.
Grizzlies are 2 without. Do they have Jaren Jackson right now?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, they have
then
Jaren
never mind. I think depth wise, I think the Grizzlies can pull that one out because they have Kyle Anderson, who's slow mo. They have
Slow mo. I
Ja-
love that name.
That's a great nickname. John Morant, Jaren Jackson, who's phenomenal. Who else they have? They have Dylan Brooks. I don't know if he's back yet. He might still be hurt. I can look right now.
I don't know. I just think
It's gonna be a close one.
I like Jokic so much.
They have Steven
It's
Adams.
hard
I
for
can
me.
tell
They have
based off
Steven
your
Adams.
MVP race.
Yeah, Steven Adams, bro.
He's so good. At
He is good.
basketball. He's so good at basketball.
I am not gonna argue that one. It's just is he good
But-
enough to beat up depth that Grizzlies have?
Dude, they have like 20
That's
players.
my worry.
I mean, Jokic doesn't have a bad team around him.
Not bad,
Like,
but average,
especially
in
if
my
Michael
opinion.
Porter's back, it gets
Well,
better.
again, he's a wild card though. Like I can't
Like, he'll
say
be
Michael
good,
Porter.
but we don't know how good he's going to be.
Yeah,
Yeah, but in my opinion, I think he'll come back and be like give you like 20 points. Like that's pretty good.
Maybe
I think that's a little generous.
a little. I say 17.
I mean, he has the talent to do it.
He has the talent
so-
to do it, but
Of
can't
course
he
he
do
does.
it in
But
playoffs?
yeah,
Because playoffs are different than regular season games.
I mean,
They're
he's
completely
performed in
different.
past playoffs.
He has, yeah. I think like once or twice though, before he got hurt. I think so. That's fair.
I can't even be a deciding factor here because I see it going either way. Personally, I think Grizzlies' depth just will definitely outshine Nuggets because whenever Jokic is out, and they will take out Jokic, you can't play a big man for 48 minutes.
I also want to make this clear.
I mean,
if they had a healthy Jamal
you
Murray,
could.
I'd put Nuggets, but they don't.
If you
so I
want him
can't.
to get hurt, Zach, that's how you do it. I don't think you understand. Big mans don't play 48-minute
and he's
games.
a big boy. Like
Yeah,
he's a
he's
big
big.
boy.
You don't play big mans 48 minutes.
Because
You don't.
they're
Yeah,
so
that's
big.
fair.
Like there's like, and Jokic is like. He's got
And
a lot
the
of
question is,
chunk.
quarter 3, quarter 4, how much when Jokic is out does Grizzlies shine?
even
you know,
quarter,
like-
in the second quarter.
I think Jokic plays entire first half, and then takes a long break
think
from halftime.
Jokic
and
could give you 40 minutes.
It's generous. I say 36. I say he plays 3 full quarters, and that's him.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Just
I
to
feel-
conserve him for a 7-game series.
I think it could go either way.
Because this is his first series, and they have to conserve him. Because obviously, if Nuggets play like that, they gotta play. They can't allow Jokic to get hurt, and big mans can get hurt really easily. So the
Yeah.
longer you play them, it gets so much scarier.
Mhm.
So I actually think just it comes down to team depth here. And I think Grizzlies definitely outshine.
I agree.
Yeah, but like you still have Aaron Gordon. You still have Jeff Green. Not a slot.
But they're just like they're okay.
Comparatively speaking, yeah.
That's fair.
Like they're not bad at all. By
I-
any means, they're not bad. But they're okay. Aaron Gordon hasn't been the same for 3 years when
I
he was in
think-
Orlando.
That's fair.
Jeff Green hasn't been good since the Cavs, if I'm being honest.
I just think John Morant will probably take over.
yeah,
win that
and they
series
still have
for
Jaren
them.
Jackson, and they're going to play so well off each other because that also creates space. You know,
But I think I wouldn't be surprised if the Grizzlies won. But I think the the Nuggets won. But I think it's gonna be Grizzlies in 6, just because of the depth.
yeah, I put him in 6.
I don't know whether it's 6 or 7, but I definitely put Grizzlies.
This was the hardest one I feel like so far. For
I
some
feel
don't
like
know.
the hardest one was Bucks
Sixers.
Bucks.
Buck
Yeah.
Sixers. That was harder in my
well,
opinion.
that was I feel like easier because it was instantly went, if Harden is not good, then it's Bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
fair.
fair.
It's easier just because it's all about a coin flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And knowing what the coin flip is, that makes it easier.
So
Also,
what's
by the
next?
way,
Suns?
IT's with the Hornets for the rest of the season.
Okay.
I'm just
So Suns versus
I don't-
Jazz.
Suns, Jazz, Suns,
Suns.
in 6.
Suns.
Yeah.
Suns. Yeah,
Maybe
6.
Suns in 5.
Maybe Suns in
Yeah.
5 if they're
I
hot.
say 6. No. Jazz
I put them
has
at
a
6.
decent team. I say 6.
Mhm.
I don't think they could do 5-1 to Jazz personally.
I mean,
Yeah. But if the Suns are
they
on
killed,
it,
didn't
like
they
they're
killed
on
the
it.
Jazz last year in the playoffs, right? Did they play they played the Jazz in the second round?
Yeah.
I'll just look it up.
But
Wait, if we have a Bucks Suns rematch,
honestly, it's very possible.
I feel like the
It's
Suns
very
take it all
possible.
the way. 100. Like
Oh, shit.
I'm sitting now. I feel like the Suns, whoever they play, the rest of the playoffs will take it all the way.
I don't know, man. I think if they, we'll see. We'll get there.
Not
We'll get
the finals. I mean, just to the finals.
there. Yeah.
The Jazz never played the Suns. The Jazz never played the Suns.
Okay. I must have been thinking of someone.
Jazz played Grizzlies, 4-1 them. Jazz
Yeah.
played Clippers, and that's when they got owned. That's funny.
Yeah.
They lost to the Clippers.
I
Of
mean,
course,
they
Clippers
had-
played hella well out of nowhere.
They had
Paul George and Kawhi.
and Kawhi. Bro, if the Clippers had Paul George and
Wait.
Kawhi this season,
Wait. You talking about the Suns lost to the Clippers?
no.
No, the Clippers
The
lost.
Jazz.
The Clippers beat the Jazz. Is what we're talking.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
I was confused.
No, Suns beat Clippers and then
Yeah,
went
that's
to the
what I
finals.
thought. That's
and
what I
then got
thought.
fucked.
That's why I was like, did like fucking time warp happen? And I didn't know what. Like,
But yeah, no matter what, I think Suns win. It's just I think it's 2. I think it's 4-2. I can't say 4-1, man. Jazz actually have a good team, and the only reason they lost to Clippers is because Paul George showed the fuck up for
Tate-
some weird reason, and so did Kawhi.
Tatum just dropped 36.
It's not that bad.
The
Okay.
Heat just beat the Sixers
Wow.
by it was by 7 points. It wasn't by a lot.
that's not
So
a
it's
lot.
close.
What was How was Harden play? He's always the X factor. If they're gonna win or
let's look
not.
at The box score.
I'm gonna laugh if Harden played amazing.
Butler had 27.
Okay.
Maxey had 28.
Damn.
Harden and Embiid did not play.
Oh, okay. Then that's
Wait,
fair.
why didn't they play? Wait, why did they
Probably,
not play?
maybe just
Probably
rest.
just resting.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's the
And
only
if it
reason
was
why.
still a 7-point game
Both
without
didn't
them two,
play.
and
Yeah,
7 points.
7-point difference. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
That's disgusting. Damn.
Tyrese Maxey dropped, what, 28 you said?
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Like, if Tatum didn't drop 35, they could have lost that. Like,
yeah, but it's Tatum.
so obviously, but that shoulda, coulda, woulda.
But
so.
anyway, back to the bracket.
Warriors versus Grizzlies is what we got at.
If Warriors are fully healthy, Warriors in 6.
Yeah.
Warriors in 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warriors in 6. I'm down. I'm just
close
going with
6 though. Close 6.
I'd say close 6, but one injury.
Yep.
One.
And
Warriors doesn't win.
It definitely is possible.
Yeah. Only one.
History.
All right. Last one. Suns versus Warriors.
I think if fully healthy,
it will go down to 7.
Give me Warriors in 7.
Man, you're going to Joaquin's heart right now.
I don't even know. Like,
well, you know what it comes down to in reality is, I still want to say Suns.
They're evenly matched up too.
I want to say Suns still, but Warriors have so much more experience, and that might play.
Because
Devin Booker does not have much.
But
they went to the finals last year.
If there's any one player,
Chris
Paul's very experienced.
If there's any one player who is the kryptonite to the Warriors, it is Chris Paul.
You know what? That's also true.
Chris Paul,
look at past series.
We would have lost that 2019 series if Chris Paul.
History
exactly. If Chris Paul wasn't hurt in 2019, we lose the series. I'm convinced about that.
Yeah, definitely.
Damn.
Chris
actually,
that's
hurt. A really good point because Chris Paul is
he tears up Steph. Steph is not great defensively. We all know that.
I mean, Chris Paul is just good.
He's very good.
I don't think I feel like
you
if
know
he
what's
didn't
funny?
get injured, he'd be a sleeper MVP.
I want to watch the matchup specifically Booker versus Clay because they both play very similar roles. They're both.
Yeah. But Booker's more ISO though. Booker's way more ISO.
That's also
he
true.
drafted to back it, but
I also think Booker has better defense. I don't know if that's a hot take.
That's a hot take.
What? Who has the better defense?
I'd say Booker.
Than Clay?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a hot take.
I feel like they're very similar.
It's close, but I would rather have
perimeter.
Okay, maybe right now because Clay's not 100% yet. Because it's been 3 years since he last played.
I'll say perimeter D. We're talking
perimeter D. I mean,
I'm not saying prime versus prime.
I feel like they're interchangeable.
I'm saying this year.
This year, I'd put him at tied personally.
Now scoring, I take Booker
because he's all around. But if Clay gets the openness though, like he can.
That's
he's making threes like older Clay. Then I put Clay above just because he shoots a higher percentage three.
I just think Warriors in 7 because they have that experience. I
give experience.
I trust Steph more than I trust Booker.
For this one. I'm gonna say I don't know. Honestly, I have to say I don't know.
Don't make it up to me, bro.
It's gonna be up to you. I don't know.
You have to pick.
Fuck.
Yeah, actually, we do have 3.
Well, because our brackets can be different. That was the whole point of this. If our brackets were different,
it's fine if you say Suns. It's not that big a deal.
It's fine if you say Suns.
I just don't know. I'm not trying to go against the Warriors. I'll say if we lose or not. But I just don't know.
Honestly, this one might be the hardest in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a hard one, dude. I don't know if it really depends on if it's healthy. If it's healthy Warriors and is Steph not in a slump.
This is what I'm gonna say. Hold on. If it's healthy Suns versus healthy Warriors, I actually say Suns. Because Chris is the kryptonite, and if Chris is healthy, even against a healthy Stephen, I mean, he's going to
And also, who we keep forgetting that they have... Fuck, what's his name? DeAndre Ayton.
Oh!
DeAndre Ayton will eat up Kevon Looney.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true.
And they have...
What about James Wiseman?
He's hurt. He was in G League and he had to get a step back, lower his minutes back because he re-aggravated something. Let me look up. I
don't know, man.
Suns.
I'm still saying Suns.
The Warriors should have traded for a big man.
We did.
Part of me.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Part of me wants to say Warriors though, just because on this path we're about to have a repeat. It's gonna be Bucks for Suns.
I got a hot take for that. And they got okay. No, I give it to the Suns.
I give it to Warriors and 7.
Because they have Devin Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton, Mikal Bridges, who's very good, Cameron Johnson, who can turn up, Jay Crowder,
I'm still going to stand by this.
And Jay Crowder randomly can be really good in the playoff game.
Not also recently.
True. Recently, yeah, I think last season he was very good too on a couple playoff games.
He was a brick in the finals.
In the finals, yeah, but
absolute brick.
And that's why my next pick will be controversial because.
But it's just Suns. if assuming both sides are completely healthy, I still say Suns. If Chris Paul gets one hand injury, for fuck's sake, Warriors will destroy them.
And don't get me wrong.
Well, but another possible thing is Stephen get an ankle or foot injury.
Yep, something.
Clay,
Draymond can go back out.
Yeah, I mean it's just the issue.
We don't know
is
that
we don't
right now.
know.
We just don't know.
Yeah.
We just don't know. Don't get me wrong.
But
if the Warriors win,
I'm gonna say
I'll be happy as fuck.
Yeah, Joaquin's gonna be hooting and
I'll
hollering.
be happy as hell.
But I'm gonna say both full healthy. I'm still gonna say Suns in 7.
I'm sticking with the Warriors.
I'll go with the Suns in 7.
On Warriors in 7. That's my take.
So I guess our finals will be different predictions. So I guess me and Sean can do ours.
Let
you
me
go
do
first.
mine first
Yeah.
since I believe with my bracket it's now Bucks Warriors in the finals.
Yeah.
And I don't think that would be a good finals. I think the Bucks would win in 6. It wouldn't be difficult. They don't have anybody to stop Giannis. I feel like it would be last year. Bucks
Actually,
in
yeah,
6.
I'm gonna be real with you, Joaquin. Giannis would bully Draymond.
Okay, yeah, but then we still gotta account for Steph.
Who's guarding Steph and Clay? Actually,
Exactly.
Chris Middleton.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday guards one of them, but Chris Middleton
Okay.
ain't that good defensively against the other one.
That's why I was gonna
And
roast Chris Middleton
and you put him in a pick and roll or a screenplay, and leave one of them open for a second. I'm telling you, and if they're good, like they can make shots at this time.
I mean, sure. You have Steph, you have Clay,
And you have,
put Drew
and we
on
keep
one of
forgetting
them.
Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins
I think
open. That and you put someone on him, someone's gonna be left open.
I just have more faith in Chris Middleton, Giannis, and Drew Holiday since they've been. I mean,
I don't think
Yeah,
it's
that
easy.
big. That
I don't think
I don't
it's
think
easy.
it's easy.
I think that big three is like the.
I would still
the
say
Bucks
Bucks
have
in
the
this-
better matchup.
Yeah,
Like,
I
they
would
just
say
have-
Bucks still wins, just not easy, man.
Not easy. I think it's 7.
I think it's 6. I think it's 6. I mean the Warriors aren't too far off from what the Suns were last year. Like the Suns, they have similar-ish, except they don't have the big man in DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But DeAndre
and that's a
Ayton-
big-
Yeah, that's a big part. But
So
we
if the
Yeah.
Warriors,
DeAndre Ayton played last
We
year
also
in the
got
finals.
what do you got to look at? What you have
Yeah.
to look at is the efficiency of what they shoot. The Warriors shoot more 3-pointers than the Suns, and at a higher rate,
Yeah.
and make them better. So that's gonna make the games closer.
yeah.
But at the
like,
same time,
I
if they
still
don't
think-
make them, then I can see where you mean where it's a wider score.
I mean, I still think that even if they're hitting threes, Giannis will just go up into the paint, drop. I bet he could drop like 40 or 50 like he did last year in the finals. Like,
I
wouldn't be
can't argue that.
surprised.
I mean,
I-
Giannis is a beast. He's
like, and then
I
on
think
top
Giannis
of
is
that, you
making
have
a
Chris.
name for the.
And they
himself.
don't they have? Then they trade for Serge Ibaka.
Yeah,
they
but
also
he
have-
hasn't done shit though.
Yeah, I mean,
so far.
But you still have Middleton. You still have Drew Holiday, who are also buckets.
Mhm.
And then you have a great team around that. You have Bobby Portis. You have Brook Lopez now that he's back. Like they have a good. They like when Giannis is out, because he's sitting. They're still not going to be a slouch. Like,
But-
you're still.
I 100% agree with you. But all the
Like,
things you just
Bucks
said about
bench
the Bucks,
is better than Warriors bench, in my opinion.
I'm gonna look real quick because also I can speak if I make it non-biased, which I try to do my hardest. The Warriors bench
Biased.
is still solid though. Like it's still very good.
I mean, it is still very good.
Like
I mean,
they
I
have,
mean-
I just my issue
saw-
with the quote easy is when.
I didn't mean. I take back the easy.
But do you still think it's Game 6?
I still think it's 6. I think it's close 6 games, but I still think it's 6. And
The
6.
only reason I might actually.
I don't know if the Warriors bench is worse though. Like, I'm looking at these players. Jonathan
just-
Kuminga is a rookie who has proven himself a couple times. this year. He's
Depth
Yeah,
put
but
up
wise-
playoff
30.
rookies are different.
I'm just gonna say this depth wise. I'd say they're near equal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I need to know
Honestly-
where these extra points are coming from the, Bucks because Warriors are making so many threes.
I
Exactly.
mean, I wouldn't. I mean, it would still. It would be a really good series. I just think the way Giannis has been playing, I just think that Giannis is too much for the
See, this
Warriors.
is
to
this is
handle.
where my
So you think they beat Warriors at home? Because Warriors have an amazing record at home.
I mean, the Suns had an amazing record at home last year, and the Bucks still win and won.
But remember, because they played the same way, mid-range, sometimes spot up three.
It's just they're two different teams.
It's two different
That's
types
why
of
it's
teams because you can have Giannis dominate the paint, right, and shoot an open three once in a while, and you have Chris Middleton shooting those every once in a while three. Drew Holiday can shoot, but not that well, right? He's a good shooter, but not.
I'd say Drew Holiday is average.
He's an average three-point shooter
Grayson
and scorer.
Allen. Grayson Allen's a
defender.
Is okay.
He's okay.
He's a defender. He's a defender.
Yeah,
he's not.
But then this is where the difference in the Warriors is, right? When Giannis is doing that, like, he's gonna go crazy in the paint. I 100% agree, right? But then you have Steph, Clay, and Andrew. What was that?
But like,
wait, hold on,
I
did you
feel
just breathe
like
into your mic, like your mic really hard?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't hear it.
Someone. Okay, then it had to be you. Let me finish what I was saying real quick. Let me finish what I was saying real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
So when you have Giannis going crazy like that, right? Mm-hmm. But then you're gonna have to keep up with a Steph and Clay going crazy from the three, right? Drawing fouls and making free throws.
on him.
Still shooting very well though from the three comparatively.
You have Drew Holiday. Chris Middleton's not a slouch defender.
But
Brook Lopez on the wing.
Still, but if you play the plays right, they're gonna shoot. They're just gonna shoot more threes.
I mean, they're gonna score points anyway. Like,
and they're just gonna score more. That's why. That's where it's hard to say it's easy.
The Bucks.
Okay, let's ignore the easy. But like, I'm still on what Keaton said for 7 at least.
Because like the Bucks, like I just feel like their defense is more suffocating. Because they proved
just
it.
Because they're taller.
Not for guards though. Like it's so suffocating for anything mid to paint. But that perimeter Bucks is not
Booker
that suffocating.
And Chris Paul still performed really well last finals.
He did get hurt as well.
Yeah, and they still played really well though. Like they were still scoring a lot. And so now you just put two players who shoot more threes. Like,
well, and that's why when we're talking about healthy Curry and healthy Clay, it's hard to think that it doesn't go to 7.
And still, I'm gonna say it again, Andrew Wiggins. He's still going to be there.
I've heard you.
He's still going to be there. You know.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing that it could go to 7. I just believe that the Bucks would win in 6. But let's go on because we're getting a little long on runtime. So let's go on to your guys.
2 hours. Holy shit.
We're 2 hours in. Last topic.
I think the Suns win.
We were just going in circles at the end. You think Suns win?
Mm-hmm. Because they want vengeance.
Are we saying free of injuries again?
Yep.
Suns as well.
They want vengeance. You know, they want to come. They feel like they should have won that series last year. If they had some injuries, went against them.
I mean, it's the exact same matchup.
It is, and I feel like they know how to play him better now. I don't know. I feel like they want it. They're gonna want it a lot more than they wanted last year.
I will say
Suns also wants it. Giannis wants it.
But there's a difference between you got it and you're like, yeah, I'm still gonna play and play well. But there's that revenge.
History wise, revenge plays a massive part.
I mean, that's true.
Like, I mean, Chris wants a ring to another level, man. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have one.
He did last year as well. They both.
Yeah, but like, if he plays against the Bucks again in the finals, assuming he's not injured, because again, these injuries are.
And Devin Booker too.
And Devin Booker is only going to get better in playoffs.
You say the Clippers, or not the Clippers, the Suns. I'm thinking Chris Paul Clippers, even though that was like 7 years ago.
I mean, I still think that, to be honest.
But like, you say that the Suns will figure out the Bucks, but I think the Bucks already have the Suns figured out because they won 4 in a row last year. You don't win 4 in a row if you don't.
There's something to learn from the Suns for that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I think because of how hard they just fumbled, they've only been trying to learn from their massive ass mistake from the previous year.
Yeah, I just think Bucks repeat. I think their big three's really good. They have a really good bench.
I actually think
they repeat.
Personally, the big three on Suns is better than the big three on Bucks because Giannis is amazing.
Yeah,
but Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton. Compared to
really good,
they're both really good.
Chris Paul and Devin Booker are a good duo. DeAndre Ayton's good, but overall, I would still pick the Bucks' big three.
I don't know.
Just because you have the lockdown guy, the dude who can tear you up no matter what, and then you have the bucket in Chris Middleton. Like you have all three ranges of what a big three should consist.
I mean, I don't think Bucks 3-point game will be near as good as Suns, but
I mean, I'm not saying that, but I say that Chris Middleton is good at getting that.
He's
I'm saying,
alright.
He's good at. That's what he does good.
Mm-hmm.
He gets buckets.
And Chris Middleton was very good last finals.
That's also true.
He was very good. Low key, I don't think they would have won the finals without Chris Middleton.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, for
Well, I
sure,
mean, that could be said about any of the big three.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I don't know.
I also-
I just
I
And
still
also,
just
Drew
think that
Holiday's
injury-
Drew Holiday's playing better than he did last year.
Also,
Yeah.
I still take into consideration the injury from Chris Paul last year, man. Like, I just
Yeah. I still
if he
think the
didn't
Bucks
get
would have
injured-
won if he didn't.
He
I
gets
agree,
injured in
but I
bad
don't think it would have been
situations so often.
in a row, man. I don't think it would have been 4 in a row
I agree.
last year.
I think it
if he
would have went
didn't
to
get
7.
Because when Chris
Yeah.
Paul was hurt, they were convincingly better.
Yeah.
Convincingly.
But like Giannis scores 50 either way.
Of course he is.
And
Of course,
it closes
Giannis
that
is a
series
fucking
out.
god. You know, like
Yeah, we need to get off the Giannis.
basketball. Not
Train,
basketball.
man, like-
Giannis is a
Okay,
basketball
okay,
demi-human.
I'll get off the Giannis train.
We all agree. Giannis is literally
He's
on a
unstoppable.
whole different level. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
He's
just-
like
it's just
Shaq,
the fact
and no one
that-
can
He
stop
would
him.
win. He would dead ass win MVP this year if he didn't already win.
I also need to know that man's muscle mass. He is so bulky. For,
You know what's crazy? He weighs
a
the same
lot.
as KD. Him
I mean,
and
they're the
KD
same
weigh
height.
exact- I know, but it's just like how they much look different they look. You know?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fair. Where's the bone or
Yeah.
the meat? I mean, on
Yeah.
KD if they're the way the
His
same.
feet.
His feet and fucking hands, bro.
His feet are like 50 pounds.
It kills me that Kawhi has a bigger hand than KD.
Kawhi, I think has the biggest hand ever.
Well, if
Yeah.
the Clippers were healthy this year, they would.
Oh yeah,
I think they would.
would've been
I think
close.
they
it would
be
change
the
everything in the
finals.
West.
Yeah, it would.
You think they
Everything.
would have been finals? So you think they beat Suns?
I mean-
if they're healthy.
Dude, Kawhi and
Yeah,
Paul George
I believe so.
and what's his name?
But this
Fuck,
doesn't matter.
Reggie
This
Jackson
doesn't matter.
and
This
what's
doesn't
what's
matter.
the other guy's name?
Off topic tremendously.
That's valid.
There's another guy.
I just it kills me.
Terrence
Anyway.
Mann.
Hot take indeed.
I see.
Anyway,
I think that's it, right? I think we
I think-
touched everything. Yeah, we're at
thank
2
you
hours.
guys
Yeah,
for
thank you
coming out and listening to
Thanks for
episode
having me.
2.
Yeah.
The first one, the MP3 was messed up, so we didn't get it out
Yeah.
on Spotify. But this one, we hopefully will get on Spotify and
It should.
iTunes.
It should.
Check us out on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. Follow
Mhm.
us on Twitter.
Or if you're on YouTube,
And-
check us out
and-
on Spotify.
Yeah. Follow us on Twitter. We also have a TikTok at Boneheaded Sports.
Mhm.
I haven't been posting, but I plan to. Joaquin, you can also post
Yeah.
if you see big news and I'm at work and you want to
Will
make
do.
a clip about it. Go ahead. Sean, thank you for coming. We
Thank
hope
you,
to have
Sean.
you back for more basketball
Yeah,
episodes.
this is a very fun time. So
Awesome. Someone
he
here.
probably won't be back for NFL episodes because he's not that big of an NBA or NFL guy, but he will definitely.
yeah, I'm gonna be real with
back
y'all.
for
I
the
know
NBA.
nothing about the.
It's okay, it's okay.
I know enough to be like relevant, but I
Yeah.
don't know enough to be in like a podcast.
It's okay.
So.
Yeah.
No worries.
Joaquin doesn't either. I'm kidding.
I don't know that much, but I know enough to like
Not I think I have the most NFL.
100%.
Yeah.
By
I
a
will
large
say
margin.
current. I actually feel like y'all definitely have probably more current NBA knowledge than me, but you like pre 2016, yeah, y'all can.
But
Hey,
like,
but
thank
you also
for
you
coming
have
out.
you make good points. So
Yeah.
Hopefully our next episode will come out by the end of this episode will hopefully be posted soon.
it should be up
and-
tomorrow. I can make it out
and
tomorrow.
should be up tomorrow. NFL should probably be up by Friday or Saturday.
Mhm.
And have a fantastic rest of your day.
Adios.
Bye.
Bye.